Wow. So predictable.
And welcome to another episode of Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, where we take those three things, mix them together, and magic happens.
Wow.
Hello, welcome back, everybody. We're here with another episode. Woo! We're gonna before we get into tonight's episode of fun and frivolity, we're gonna go around the table as we always do. Actually, should we do the intros of everybody?
What?
Yeah. What? I'm your DM, Briggsy, and I'm joined by.
We're doing a new thing, are we? Oh, this is a new
we did
thing.
it once before.
We rehearsed this.
Yeah, we totally rehearsed this, and I'm joined by, of course, George, who plays Sabine.
Hi.
Joined by Danilo, who plays Quinn.
Hello.
Sai, that plays Owain.
Hi.
Get out my camera view. And, and Rob, who plays Ulysses.
Yo.
There you go. Was that unexpected?
Too much. It was an unexpected.
Very on the spot,
it.
but
Oh, there you go.
It's nice. Yeah.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting comfy.
Right. Well, we're gonna throw to George. No, I'm looking at Sai, but I said George.
You're keeping everybody on their toes tonight.
I'm gonna throw to Sai, who can cover all of our social media platforms, because this stuff is too much to be contained on just a single stream.
you can't just have one platform. I thought I'd be more eloquent as well.
Saying I'm not.
Welcome to the final hungover edition of Dungeons, Dice and Dudes. I'm Sai, and if you want to listen to the podcast, you can do it over at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and Stitcher. If you like social media like we do, why don't you follow us? DDandD Pod, all letters. That's on Instagram, Twitter, sorry.
Big inhale.
And TikTok as well. That's me. I'm done.
He's outdone himself.
Wait, was that everything?
I think so. Socials and listening.
Oh yeah, I suppose that is all you do.
What
setup?
I'm sorry. I fucking 1-2'd you there. No, he's great. You do a lot of good stuff. I love you, son. George.
Hey.
Do you want to talk about video?
I'm so ecstatic to talk about video. As you are obviously aware, if you're... What was that, sorry?
I've heard video is going to be quite big.
It's going to be big. One day,
blow up.
One day it'll be bigger than text. Alright, you wait, it's coming.
Yeah,
Right.
I
believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I'm still a fan of teletext. That's...
Is that it's like a black background and it's just like that text on
you
the
can
screen?
check that.
flight. You could book holidays.
CFAX competitions.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I missed that little girl and the clown doll.
The test screen.
Yeah.
We could make one of them for this. Be hot.
Well, like a technical difficulties kind of thing.
Yeah.
If there's ever an episode where we're all
it's just proceed
too
with,
hungover.
Proceed with the bow 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 bow.
We never be right back.
Be right back.
That's Seinfeld, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Other sitcoms are available
on your platform of choice.
Sitcom platform of choice.
Video. Sorry. Obviously, if you're watching us live now, ahoy, hello.
Sorry.
And sorry.
Don't ever apologise, Simon.
You do you.
I'm not sorry for apologising.
Wow.
Lesson 1.
Yeah, we're on Twitch. Just search DDandD Pod or Dungeons, Dice and Dudes. You'll find us there.
That's all that is.
If you're already watching, you've already done it. I'm proud of you. I'll send you some dice.
No, I haven't got any more to give away.
Just gonna bring that one back. But yeah, so search us on Twitch, drop us a follow. We go live every Sunday with either this live episode, which is being recorded, or we'll be going live with a rerun of the last week's episode.
So not live, but it's a rerun.
Yeah, it's like a live.
It's a live
It's
rerun.
like an omnibus episode on a Sunday of your favourite soap opera. And then we also on YouTube, so all of these videos go up on YouTube, so you can watch this again there. And yeah, you just search Dungeons, Dice and Dudes on YouTube. Drop us a follow, a like on the video.
Hit the bell to get notified.
Comment who your favourite character is, Sabine.
Quinn.
Yeah, that's video, baby.
Yeah, that's hot.
There's that.
What's better than that?
Well done.
And then that.
He's not a good guy though anymore, is he?
Isn't he not?
Well, he slapped a man.
He
Yeah.
assaulted someone.
Yeah.
On live television, no less.
Yeah. Bad man.
Bad man.
Speaking of bad man, Danilo, do you want to tell us about your podcast?
Baddest man around. Everyone can go to thinkingcritically.co.uk where I host, produce, edit and run. Thank you for the merch advert.
There you go.
There we go.
A TTRPG discussion podcast where we take a single word or topic each week and discuss what it means in the D&D and wider TTRPG framework. What just dropped? Integrity. Talking of slapping and being a bad man's. You can listen to and watch Integrity on Spotify and YouTube. ThinkCritically.co.uk. Speedrun.
No, I thought you had it. I thought you were the only one standing.
Any percent speedrun promo.
That might be your first flub doing Thinking Critically.
Bad omen.
Nah.
I've never, I can't remember any other
I'll
time.
flub every day, baby.
I'm flopping right now.
ThinkCrit D&D is my socials. Done.
Hey.
Nice.
He out.
You're also
Charity
doing a little charity.
stream, right?
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, March the 24th, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. 12-hour charity stream for Naomi House and Jack's Place Children's Hospice. Great cause. Please come and donate and help and watch me play games and challenges and stuff that I won't spoil just yet. But nice throwback to the last time, but escalation for this time. So it'll be good. It'll be good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Twitch.tv/ThinkCritDND. There you go. That's it. My media training. Clutch save at the end there.
And then also we are still ambassadors for Game Tea as well. So if you are a geek or gamer and you fancy picking up yourself a new T-shirt,
What about taxpayer?
well, you don't have to be a taxpayer, but
Right.
if you are a taxpayer, well done.
Well done.
Yeah, you're doing your bit.
Nah. You good? he came and then he went.
Who came?
Is it because we're talking about taxpayer?
Yeah.
It's gonna be. Ooh.
So yeah,
You're blocked up.
T-shirts, dice, candles. I think all of us have all of their stuff at this point now. Lots and lots of bits and bobs. They have just released, or they're currently promoting their new experimental dice set,
Is that those?
which has got like a human eye in it.
These are the dragon
Popping
ones.
off on TikTok currently. So if any of that takes your fancy, then you can head on over and use discount code TheBriggsy. That's TheBriggsy to get 5% off of your entire order. So yeah, feel free to go and
That was a
check
two.
it out. It was a
It
2.
was a 2.
Oh no, I thought it was a toe.
God bless you.
No, that's in the next set.
I
That
just got
floats
3
to the top.
6s in
Yeah.
a row.
Getting out the bad.
I think a pentagram
good.
just opened up underneath your feet.
Yeah,
Are there any numbers in that
that's the
tag?
one.
In what tag?
The Briggsy.
No numbers,
No numbers.
just letters.
Just letters.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Which is kind of weird given the video is going to be so big, but there's just a lot of letters around at the moment. So.
Video is coming, alright? You just wait. It's going to be big.
You ones and zero guys, get out of it.
Yeah, nobody wants text anymore. It's all about videos.
Well, speaking of text, we're going to start this session by doing a recap of the previous episode. I promise that I will wake up at some point during the session. But as to when, I'll never tell. Anywho,
Never tell.
let me get my music up. By the way, so just as a quick recap, the intro music that we normally use is just 1 hour of ambient fantasy music. That's from the Guild of Ambience on YouTube, and a lot of the other music that we use is from Bardify. All sorts of different playlists that they've got. They do amazing stuff. So feel free to head on over and check out their Patreon. But yes, anywho, whilst this bloody wanker's doing a picture op on
You sounded very
my right.
British then.
Very, very.
This bleeding sod.
Blimey, he's stolen me tuppence.
Alright,
You're a Cockney mad lad, what can you say?
He is such a mad man.
I don't know why, but I was really tempted to just call you an Andrew Tate, but I was like, that's too harsh.
I will end this stream. I'll just cut it. I'm going.
You'll end the stream because you're being arrested.
Shut up.
Yeah. Oh,
He's got you now.
damn.
Anyway, in the last session, the Forsaken had just been dealt a blow in the loss of party member Ulrich after being claimed by the entity that had been keeping him alive, Phalanus. Laying low whilst waiting to be given the all clear by the elite guard of the town known as Hunters, they hunkered down in an inn known as the Black Flagon. There they encountered Bronwyn, who recognised the lycanthrope curse that had taken a hold of Sabine and offered to shelter her after a tense altercation, as there was a full moon due to appear in the sky that night. Briefly exploring the town for religious reasons and others, the group were led to the local school where Bronwyn taught and had constructed a cellar to hold him on nights like these. Through the night, Sabine began to turn into a ferocious horned were-tiger, and at the same time there seemed to be someone entering the building despite them being warned that nobody should be about.
Some scrubs.
Indeed. With Sabine managing to break out and seemingly vampires attacking the party, the group did actually make fairly short work of them, with a small bit of help from a hunter passing by and some divine magic, and they managed to put Sabine down before too much damage was done. Now, I believe that when we left off, Sabine had just been brought up. I think maybe you, Owain, had just cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
So Sabine, naked.
Oh.
Whoa! No,
like
that
a-
was
I think there was like
a
a
sack.
dignity cloth.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
we put something over it.
So with some tea towels covering your unmentionables, you come to a little bit very sore. Like you feel like all of your muscles have almost been like overextended. You feel very, very tender right now. A very intense taste of iron in your mouth.
So, waking up, she notices that she's not in the same place she went to. She just lost consciousness in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she knows the difference between being put down, like going drop into zero, hurting, and then this as well. So this is different to like drop into like getting fucking killed, basically. This is
Yeah,
different.
I mean it doesn't happen to you very often.
No, it doesn't. No. Okay, and I've got hit points, right?
Yes, I think you'll have something like. I think you're in double digits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she starts to wake up. Oh fuck. Well, right. Okay. Ooh, fuck. That was really painful. I'm guessing this isn't the cage. What happened?
We had to put you down.
Oh, you're all still here though. That's good. Nobody died.
We're battered and bruised though, right? Are we?
Yeah, I think it,
Not too bad. I mean,
Bit
based
fine,
on your
covered in blood.
Yeah, there's
Did you rub blood over somebody?
yeah.
Yeah, he
I
I'm
fingered
over
his
an enemy.
whole wound and
Yeah.
and then I rubbed blood on it, so then
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it was a good plan.
Yeah. That's also. Mind I'll help you up because you slip on the floor because there's blood everywhere. on the
Oh,
floor.
is this my blood? Or is this your blood?
Some of it will be yours.
Some
Okay.
of it's yours and some of it is actually mine. So yeah.
Oh, right.
Don't.
Did I do that?
No, partially.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm sorry if I did.
That's quite alright. You weren't in your control.
You're somewhat out of sorts, it seems.
Yeah. Oh shit! You've been hidden.
Oh, yeah.
Was that me?
Is that Sabine?
yes.
Yes. Nothing dispel greater curse or something. I'm sure there's some kind of divine trick that will take care of it. It's smarts a bit. It's going to bruise.
Sorry you don't have a god to do the same for you.
Is now the time?
Probably not.
Yeah, just kind of like stood in the doorway behind you. There's like a hunter with like a heavy crossbow. It's just like,
Oh hey.
I'm gonna leave you to it.
Did you deal with those downstairs?
No, not yet. Probably best we just lock them up and I'll come back with some extra people. Still best for you lot to stay here though. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yes, there's some vampires downstairs.
Oh, so this wasn't all me then.
No,
okay.
there was
As a point of order, I do believe we're expected back at the tavern for questioning.
Oh,
in the morning.
what time is
Yeah,
it?
it's still middle of the night at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
Referencing vampires, you can kind of hear just the sound of like someone hitting metal on metal, almost like reinforcing something.
Because they're building the door up.
They're
It's a
locking
lock
themselves
themselves
in.
Stupid idiots. Go and help them.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll leave you to it. I'll be back in a minute.
Thank you.
You might want more tea towels.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my clothes from downstairs. They're with the you say vampires, right? Okay.
Yes.
I could come down with you. I'm quite adept at dealing with those folks.
You just go down and kill them now. Looking at you and the guy, the fucking hunter. Do you wanna? Because my clothes are there. I can't stay in this sack all night. It's not very flattering.
Yeah, I think it's also a bit weird that you're naked in a school.
Yeah, I
might-
agree. I
I think
agree.
there's a
my
law
hours.
against that.
Yeah, no, definitely not okay. Well, shall we? Do you want to help us dispatch them?
There's vampires in the school.
You seem like you lot have this. I'll go back
Okay.
and do my job.
Yeah, you can. I'll tidy up here. I just lift up one of the chairs that got knocked over. I'm done.
But then just immediately sits aside.
Good night.
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay. Well, let's go.
I'll lead the way.
Okay.
DM, would I know whether a remove curse spell would be sufficient?
Yeah. I would say, roll a religion check for me. Religion or Arcana.
17?
17? Yeah. I mean, there are temples that kind of have that specific, I guess, service available to certain people of the populace that have enough money to pay for such a thing. But yeah, it's pretty common practice for those that have had it for a short period of time anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I have that spell, would that likely be enough if I cast it on myself?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Shall we?
Just make a move.
I mean, we can leave them if I can get my clothes, but I just don't want to.
The knowledge that undead are in the presence and we're not handling it, but part of me is also intrigued to see the extent of how far they would go to remove themselves from the area, so
Okay.
couldn't hurt.
Cool. Right. Downstairs.
Guess we'll head downstairs.
Cool. So you head downstairs and you see that there are two humanoid figures that are currently kind of hammering extra bits of metal on the door that's already been put up, trying to haphazardly kind of bend it around the bars to help hold it in place.
I'm like in the beginning stages of about to cast like Sacred Flame, and then it's just like, oh, I think this issue will resolve itself.
Okay.
So they're locking themselves into the school.
Why are they scared again?
Because he cast Turn Undead.
That's it.
Yeah.
So they're frightened
And
for a
they
minute.
can't go any
An hour.
further.
So they're just afraid of him.
Yeah, they.
Essentially, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Shit.
Part of me is tempted because they always have to try and be 30 feet away from me. If I just walk up to the door, like,
Yeah,
what are they gonna do?
Because you go down the set of stairs that leads into this like kind of basement, and as soon as you turn around the corner, it's like and just start backing up to the back.
Like cats. Yeah.
Pretty much. We've just seen a dog.
Yeah.
Really scared. Yeah.
They start doing that cat. Oh right. Where am I? Can I see my clothes? Are they on the floor?
Yeah,
They're not in the cell, are they?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought you said that you got changed in there.
Yeah, probably did.
yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to. Oh, you come with me.
You're taking out the nails as they're hammering one in. You're taking them out on the other side.
Wait, if they take damage, do they no longer?
Let me just.
Yeah, when they take damage,
Yeah,
they
they'll
break
put
out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got
But
something I can use as well if one of them does
If
break
I-
out. But
No, this is fine.
if I walk in there, they'd probably just stay out of my way, right?
Kind of.
Essentially, like opposing magnets.
They can't get any further from you
But they
unless they
will-
start digging into the wall.
In my head, it's like
They got little miner hats on.
so the cell is like a square shape, right?
More like a rectangle, for sure.
You're right.
Yeah.
So if I walk in
Yeah.
and then just they're still gonna like face the wall and try and walk away.
I mean,
NPC.
yeah.
for the sake of anybody watching and myself, we could just say that between the four of you and them being frightened of you, you could probably kill them fairly quickly without too much hassle.
Okay.
Unless you specifically want to keep them in here.
They definitely shouldn't be kept alive in a school, so I'm just gonna attack
we
them.
wailing? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, camera pans away, there's a sound of screams and blood and squelching, and the camera pans back and you're all covered in...
Drenched. Just bite marks everywhere.
At that noise, Quinn will come downstairs. Everything okay? Oh, you've murdered them. Right.
They
Yeah.
are aberrations. They got what they deserve.
Sentient creatures, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you could say that about the undead.
Right. Well, I'll get my clothes then. You can. I'm just
Oh, yeah,
gonna,
we're just
I'm just gonna get
looking away.
changed if you wanna. Dressed.
Oh, yeah, dressed.
The weather this time of
Dressed.
year is quite nice,
yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, there's
No,
blood
go
all over
around.
my clothes from the murder. There's just blood everywhere. Can someone, Quinn, can you?
prestidigitate.
Come on, I'm covered in. Actually, do they have blood? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like darkened and coagulated.
Oh, this is even worse than usual blood. Come on, just give me a quick little.
Yes, fine, but maybe think before murdering two creatures on top of your belongings next time.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point.
I'm not your walking washing machine.
Cool, right? That's that then.
It's called Quinn so crabby.
It is
Cool,
somewhat, surprisingly having such an affinity for these creatures.
Not an affinity, it's just that they were secured and safe. It's just.
Sort of like-
You haven't got a soft spot for the undead, have you?
Looming over Quinn.
And the fisheye there. Your head just there.
Just like anime shadow.
Yeah. That's just unnecessary expenditure of time and resources, but fine, you've had your fun.
It's ensuring that they, once his tricks wear off, that they're not a risk anymore.
Unless you can think of a good reason to keep vampires in a school basement, Quinn.
They keep lycanthropes in the school basement.
Education?
Yes, very educational.
Don't go
Side
near
you
this. Yeah, fair point. There's blood all over me.
It's done now. I don't wish to expend any more time talking about the past.
Well, I guess if Quinn wishes it, we should move on.
Shall we?
Quite right.
I'm feeling quite. Should we just go to sleep? Because I'm feeling pretty shit still.
Have we got the key for the door to this room? Probably, right?
Yeah, I think Owen
Just
has
doesn't
it.
need it.
Well, if there could be more creatures out there, we may as well.
Well, we could go back to the inn.
Oh no, we're not meant to. I'm not
We
going
can't-
outside at
we're
this
not
time of
meant-
night. No,
yeah.
that's dangerous.
The hunters might kill us if we go outside.
We were told
They'll
to
try.
stay.
I mean, right? But
Well, yeah, okay.
just sleep in here next to the murder scene. Gestures to the body.
Yeah, is it smelly?
Upstairs was relatively clean, right?
Oh yeah.
So the
There is
room
blood.
immediately preceding the basement, there's a fair bit of
Oh,
blood
there's
in
going
there.
to be gouts of blood up the wall, like
Yeah.
CSI.
Floor up.
Then there's like another doorway that then led into like almost like a lecture hall, and that is relatively clean.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to take off my cloak, go into the lecture and lie down on one of the benches. I imagine there's like seating on
Yeah,
benches.
it's like
I'll-
stools.
I'll get comfy and just...
Bleachers.
Can't
that's
secure upstairs, right? That was the problem.
Ah, yeah.
So
Which is why you were in the basement.
yeah.
But you've already done your thing.
No, but they like if the vampires came in from up here. I mean, I was out of it, so I'm just
Come back
guessing.
You come back down.
Probably stayed this side of the big metal door. Oh, look, there's another one.
Everybody get ready!
just the same guard that was there previously just kind of pokes his head in and is just like,
Kill the vampires.
oh, well done.
You're welcome.
Thank you. One less thing for us to worry about. We're gonna station a couple of extra people in this district just in case. Yep, keep doing what you're doing.
Is it sunrise this tends to wrap up? Or is it...
For the most part, yeah. They normally raid the city every now and again, but they often disappear. They try and hit and run sort of thing. But well done, you lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty so.
Goodbye.
One of the days... Well,
Right, downstairs then.
I suppose so. That's...
I think that is our fate.
Starts rolling the bodies into the corner. Just like pushing them. There we go. Throw some hay on them or whatever's on the floor. There you go.
Yeah, there's
I'll
some,
blot the smell.
there's some loose bits of hay that have got like urine on them,
Oh.
just to soak it up.
Ah, who's urine?
DNA test?
Is that possible?
Can you teach me this power?
Level 9 wish. I wish to know whose piss that is.
Yeah, I don't.
Good to know.
Right. I'm going to sleep. I feel like shit. Peace.
I'll take first watch if you need a rest.
Absolutely. I'm going to cast Lehman's Tiny Hut and sleep for the whole time.
Wait, is there a room in there?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's only like 10 feet, isn't it?
It can fit 9 people inside.
What?
How big is it?
10-foot radius.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but you're not fighting, so you're not like...
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Would you like to describe this? You don't want to describe this.
Oh, I can describe it, but no one else is joining me inside.
Well,
If it's 10 foot, is that going to take the whole room?
I'll go into a corner and just take...
It would take up about half the room, like the side furthest away from where the little desk is. But yeah, you just see.
Anywhere away from the 3 of these people, I'm just going to...
I'm going to sleep at the foot of the stairs.
Oh, what? So you just go upstairs and do it then? Oh, okay. So you go upstairs, move some of the stuff aside. There's some books on the shelves, probably a little bit nighttime reading if you want to.
Yeah.
But just
A little
you
light.
lot just see this like slight kind of crackly purple dome just. Boom.
Shit.
Heat haze around it.
Mm.
And yeah, little night light on, and I'm going to put my feet up and have a little
You
read.
look inside the window, you've just got the gown and like the nightcap.
Little mug of cocoa.
Yeah.
It's Quinn's bedtime.
With your mage hand.
Yeah.
That's new.
There you go.
It is neat.
Yeah. It's always nice to be invited.
Yeah. I'm not going to pick a nice comfy bit of stone floor.
I think I'm going to sleep against the wall.
Yeah. Night.
There is a cot in the
Shotgun.
in
Yeah,
the cell.
Ah, and the bodies are
any piss
You
on
moved
that?
them over to the other side. So.
Yeah, they're in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just the stench of death. That's
Yeah.
no big deal. Yeah.
Blood and stuff. Cool.
I'm going to sleep at the foot of the stairs, just resting up against the wall.
I'm going to sit cross-legged, about 15 feet away from the door, sword over my lap, just watching, waiting. I'll do that until it's long enough that I can still get a full night's rest before.
Yeah.
But like, stay awake long enough so that these guys are somebody watching.
Yeah, you just roll a perception check for me.
Perception, that'll be a 16.
16. Despite everything that's transpired already, it's a relatively quiet night. You do see the occasional kind of shadows pass by, some on the street level and others that seem to be on the rooftops themselves. But for the most part, relatively quiet. And eventually you do see the slight starting of like a sunrise, and kind of like, cool, I can get a good amount of sleep now if I just
I'll
tuck away.
nudge Owain awake and be like, I'm gonna go grab a few.
Oh, yeah, take over.
Put my head down,
Fair enough. Yeah.
cluck rolled up under my head.
Oh.
Did you want to take watch, or are you just gonna mosey about for the morning?
No, I'll do a proper watching.
Okay.
Scribe, so I'm just writing down what I see.
Well, make a perception check for me.
Calls them how I sees them, you know? 16.
16. At this point, as the sun's starting to come up a little bit, you can see that there is like a bit of snow starting to drift through the sky itself. Still relatively quiet, and as you're kind of keeping an eye out, you kind of squint a little bit, and you start to get like this really high-pitched like sound in your head, and you briefly see a flash of a pale-faced man, kind of grey complexion, kind of shortish, kind of greyish hair. Seems to be wearing similar clothes to what you've recognised before, and he just kind of whispers, "Help!" And it's just kind of like hurt a little bit,
Yeah.
and then just out of your head.
Just shake my head and just like catch my bearings, look around. Just, okay. No, sell it a little bit. Just like, okay. Odd, but you know, we're in a spoopy place. And I'm not worldly, so maybe that just happens in the sea. Must be the fluoride.
But that brings you to the end of your watch, and for the rest of the early hours of the morning, it's uneventful. So you all get a long rest, so you get your spells back, get hit points back.
I'll have rejigged some spells in that time.
Yep,
Obviously.
no worries. And yeah, you rise probably, for some of you, a little bit earlier than others. Bit groggy, bit tired, bit sore. But yeah.
Can I recall anything that happened?
I would say roll a d20 for me.
Okay. That's a 7.
7. More than anything, it's just you get like waves of like feelings of like intense hunger and kind of anger and a real kind of like feeling of like need and want to consume. But every time you try to focus specifically on like visuals, it's just like it's kind of like weird like red haze.
With that, so asking you lot, assuming you're all awake. So is it worth like me keeping that thing? Because like I can't really remember what happened, but I think it could be useful, but I don't know.
Speaking entirely selfishly, lycanthropy and werewolves or
Were tiger.
were creatures have a long history of being great defenders of the living realm and are naturally inclined to seek out and destroy any kind of undead. And from where I'm from, it's quite a common practice to learn to it's the Moonshire Isles, by the way, which is where I'm from.
Oh, you've never mentioned it, ever.
Yes, well, partially from there, but that's where my heritage is. Anyway, they would have groups of what were called blood hunters that could channel and control that ability.
Gotcha.
So, yeah,
Well,
it could
do
be
you-
worth looking into.
Do you think you'd be able to control it eventually? That's the key part.
I mean, Bronwyn said it took him years to get it under control. I fear that, you know, I probably won't live that long anyway, but I might as well keep it and try. I don't know.
My concern is if you were to turn
Mm.
and become a threat as you were last night, and we don't have the opportunity to stop you without causing irreparable harm, I wouldn't want that to be my responsibility.
Oh, like if I got out and like killed loads of people or something.
And we had to stop you,
Mm.
we would, but I wouldn't want to.
Mm. Maybe if we just like line up all of our big fights with the moon, that could be quite useful.
The moon will always be on our side, rest assured.
Yep. He did it again.
He's,
Did you see him do it again?
No.
Yeah, he doesn't stop.
No.
It's
He has got this extra wisdom. I can't get my head around.
Yeah, yesterday was incredible day.
King of the Riz.
And what is this term?
Oh, don't worry.
No?
Maybe it's a bit early for you, but your kids are gonna love it.
Well, the follow-up question is if of course it does go wrong and you do hurt innocents, is that something you could live with?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Well, I guess we should use it.
Yeah, like, yeah. You know,
I
gotta crack some eggs, right?
have the means of getting rid of it if you want.
Okay.
Keeping that on the table.
We'll keep that in the back pocket.
Yeah.
I think is
As
useful.
I say that, I'll place my hand on my shoulder, and you see like I'll cast remove curse. You'll see like a faint kind of blue crackle of like divine energy under my hand, and it removes the lycanthropy.
As easy as that.
Easy as that.
Shit, well.
Only a 3rd level spell slot.
Fucking school paper.
Click. Ka-ching. You took loads of photos earlier and it wasn't making any noise.
I put it on hold, so I put it back
That's
to
it,
M.
You
yeah.
change the F stop on it.
Nah, we can get you like that.
Cringe.
I'm surprised he's not going to pull out one of those old timey ones where it's like,
The big phosphorus flash. Yeah.
Don't move for 2 minutes.
I just thought I was trying to help him.
No.
Well, look, I'll speak to Bronwyn. I'll see if he's got any advice for like controlling it, maybe doing a better job than I did last night, and then we can make a decision, I guess.
Ultimately, the decision is yours.
Sure.
I'm
sure.
happy to facilitate removal if necessary,
Okay.
though my opinions are important. It's your choice.
Okay.
It's your choice.
You okay?
Yeah.
Good sleep in your bubble.
Yeah.
Perfect temperature, nice and warm.
Where was the fucking invite?
Well, you've exhibited quite extreme behaviour, so I didn't want to be trapped in a bubble with you.
Yeah, actually, no, that's fair.
So,
Next time?
yes.
Great.
Next time.
And what about for us?
What you wish to be in my hut.
Well, you just it's.
You wanted to be on watch, so I didn't want to offend you by suggesting you would
An
be.
invitation would have been nice as well. It's
We'd had a rough night. So
Sometimes it's just nice to be asked.
I just wanted some alone time, and I just wanted to.
Well, I get that.
It's fine.
He didn't want to be in the murder pit.
No, the viscera was quite profound, so I wanted to distance myself.
I saw profound viscera.
That's the name of the bard in the inn.
Right, should we go get questioned about some shit that wasn't our fucking fault?
Yeah.
And
I promise I won't be a dick to him this time.
So a nice breakfast won't go miss, actually.
should we see
Isn't-
what?
Isn't it
Stick
usually
my
all?
head out the door.
No, don't. He doesn't have to do it. We could go to the. We could go to the inn and get breakfast.
I mean, as usual, I'm more than happy to.
no, it's okay.
Right.
It's fine.
Yes.
You remember?
Yeah, no, I remember.
The
Yeah.
diarrhea.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's at sea now.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Profound.
Found diarrhea. I've seen them.
So I'll kind of creak the door open and like stick my hand out and just give a wave.
Boom.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Yeah, put your hand out. It's cold.
It's cold. I'll shout hello.
We're leaving the school.
And then, as you shout out hello, you hear someone else say, hello?
Is it? Are we okay to come out now? Is it done?
Hello, me, Bronwyn. Hello.
Hi, Bronwyn.
Just got some tea and got some biscuits. Just
We're needed. That's very kind of you. We're needed back at the inn for questioning.
yes, I'm bringing you there. I just thought I'd bring some breakfast because it's not always a nice experience seeing your friend turn into a murderous beast.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not really something you do get used to.
No. Well, this is the first time, so we've got plenty of time to get used to it. Although you mentioned you've seen other.
I'm aware of the acts. It's the first time. Well, it's the first time I remember. It's the most recent time.
Yeah.
So are we eating these inside, or
Yeah,
do
please
you want to? Oh, okay, yeah.
Please ignore
Absolutely.
the mess.
Oh God! This is a place of learning. Is that an arm?
Place
Oh.
I believe that's a gizzard on the floor there. Yes.
giblets.
So, what? So, you got out?
Yeah.
Ripped a bunch of people apart?
Yeah.
Yeah, the doors in that cage are very bad.
I mean, they've been repaired now by the vampires.
Probably a better job if I have to.
Yeah.
The vampires.
They fixed themselves.
We assisted the hunters to a degree. We took care of a couple.
It's putting it lightly, but yeah.
Oh well done, well done.
Yeah.
I'm
Helped.
I'm sorry about that. It's normally done the job for me.
I must be like really, really strong as like a werewolf tiger.
Hey, you very well could be.
Or it
Very
was
well could be.
you
Yeah.
were really strong and it was weakened, but you know.
Hey, could be anything, but at least everybody's okay, right?
Yeah.
For the most part.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, minus these poor fellows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have the means of sensing the affliction?
Sense is you can kind of smell it when you've lived with it for long enough.
Do me a favour and give me a whiff. It's not a whiff. I got bitten.
Okay.
I've taken care of it. Got some divine powers, praise him. But I think it's under control.
Yes, and kind of pops down the biscuits and the tea on the table,
Yeah.
and just kind
Give
of.
them off my neck.
No, a little musky, but up. No.
Sandalwood.
Yeah.
Sleeping in the basement can probably do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So have you decided what you're going to do then?
Yeah,
or?
like I wanted to ask you about controlling it, and you said it takes years.
Yes.
Any like short-term advice to try and use it a bit better? Like, can I actually use it to my advantage in like the next, months and days, or is it like I'm just fucked until I figure out how to use it?
So, if I may, something to focus on. Is there any way to help, at the very least, distinguish friend from foe? That's the bare minimum I would like to achieve.
Yeah, so I don't like rip his throat out or something.
I mean, if this is the sort of thing that you're going to choose to embrace, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not exactly the easiest path to to live with. With time, you should be able to control it. It will be a long process. You won't be able to reach your full capabilities immediately, but at the very least, by the time that there's another full moon, as long as you do some meditation, perhaps some guided breathing exercises, you should be able to have a hold of it. But it will change you.
Do you know what I find very good practice for breathing techniques?
Go on.
Prep.
No, I'm good. Like, it's very kind. Not my thing, really. No offense, but not my thing.
The invitation is indefinitely
It's
open.
just a lot, you know?
Yeah, it's like still early. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, come on.
I mean,
I'm there with you,
oh,
but you know these guys, they're not as.
they haven't had their coffee yet.
Don't even talk
Something
to
like
me
that.
about the various extra plane of deities until I've had my coffee. You know? It's the famous phrase.
And if
It's
I,
my mistake.
if I don't embrace it, then what's the other thing that happens with it? So I just like, I don't want it, I reject it, but it's still in me.
You remain yourself, you remain unchanged, but whenever there's a full moon, that will happen.
A little bit cuckoo.
Will or could?
Will.
Ah!
Yeah, so
I think
full
it's
moon
best.
will always bring that side out of you, unless you get rid of it. Which I mean, having someone that can do that for you is that's pretty handy.
Question.
You two doing JoJo poses over there.
Bang! If you could have removed it when you first got it, would you have done that? I'm just sat on a chair, like leg crossed over, and you're sat in the opposite chair. It's like an interview. Yeah. Everyone's just like quiet in the room. It's like, if you could get rid of it before.
Oh,
No, not really.
I thought you were going down the
A
Sharon
slow
Stone
zoom.
Yeah.
basic instinct. And I was like, whoa. And honestly, given the amount of friends and family that I've lost along the way, yes, probably I would have gotten rid of it, but I wasn't privy to that divine power. But this is my life, and I've used it to help people at this point now in my life, so you know, it's a burden for everybody to bear. Impacts people different ways.
Well, yeah, I think I'll try and embrace it. If I could learn about some of that meditation at some point, that'd be great. You know, just like a off-camera thing that we can do.
Sure. I mean, when we
Oh.
when we've gotten you back to back to the inn, and Gil has spoken to you, I'm sure, unless you're shooting off immediately, firing off immediately, I could give you some tips, some pointers,
Great.
maybe
Thank
some incense.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They allow that here? Incense. Oh, right.
Oh
Oh.
no, that's
He's not from the city. He's...
from what I've heard. That's more of a Moonshay Isles thing.
Roman,
Hello.
I need to buy approximately 2,500 gold worth of magic items. Can you take us there on the way to the inn?
What the fuck? Where did that come from?
Why
Why'd you need that many?
I have very expensive needs.
Where did you get that much gold?
Oh, we have loads of gold, do we?
Yeah, we have loads of gold.
We
Sorry.
Yes, we have 2,500 gold.
Wait, when did our gold? What are you buying?
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Yeah, that's
democracy.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought the silver was Electrum, so I thought we had like a lot. But no, we don't. Okay, less than that. A lot.
I mean, what?
Magic.
At the same
Like, what are you
time,
looking for?
Yeah, like fuck.
Ritual daggers, statues, reagents, usual things that are required to cast spells.
I tell you what.
Yes.
I'll get you all back to the
Yeah,
inn,
let's-
and then you and me can have a quick mosey around
Okay, we'll
the town.
have a little wander.
We'll see what we can find. This is a fairly smaller town. Like, if that sort of stuff, you'd probably be better off going to
I
Stoke.
was thinking you might be the best person to speak to Gil.
And who?
Oh, you should let the Riz captain do it.
Yeah,
Because he'll
Captain
just-
Riz.
Since he wasn't made for you.
So you had a fairly decent rapport with him after I was quite abrupt.
I'm quite persuasive.
It's less about being persuasive and more making sure we don't end up in jail.
Deceptive? Well, persuasive.
Yeah.
I'm quite persuasive.
After we valiantly rescued the town from a vampire incursion, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to allow us freedom of movement.
I mean, if our man Bronwyn here would be willing to speak on our behalf.
What's that?
Just about on our behalf to Gil that we've been helping the town in preventing the vampire.
Oh, I don't think you need me to do that. I mean, you're here. I think you'd have a worse time if you just left.
Yeah, but he's told us not to leave the tavern.
Yeah. I got a hall pass of sorts.
Yes,
given
This is fun.
Yeah, given
Yes. We'll head back.
Given the weird headspace the last chaos.
Head back to the inn, appease Gil and his very necessary red tape, and then we will be on our merry way to somewhere that can
Get your very
fulfill my
necessary
desires.
1,000 gold items.
Do you do loans here?
We're about to leave town. That's,
Yes, precisely.
No.
a shame.
No.
That's fine.
Not, again, Stonehaven, best bet for loans, banks, although they're not cash rich, but you know. Or you could just work.
No.
No, of course not.
Jeez.
We
Cool.
haven't done that in ages.
soft as hands, lad.
Yes.
Man, I think they might just sink through them. Well, lovely stuff. And grab your teas, grab your biscuits, and follow me. And kind of lead you out.
When you say biscuits, are we talking American style? So they're like,
They're like
fluffy
big,
stuff?
big, like chewy biscuits.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll grab a big one and
Yeah.
what's it's like a doughy apple.
Sugar on that.
So you step outside, and there is the beginning of snow kind of drifting down through the air. It is bitingly cold outside. There is a wind that kind of blows in from the docks itself, though kind of obfuscated a little bit by the various buildings that are between where you are and the actual docks themselves, but still very cold. And hello.
Sorry, we're gonna have to buy some winter coats.
It's Sabine, because Tiger Han's like quite hot, right?
Yes.
Has she ever seen snow before? Is this like a new experience, or is it?
I mean, I would say that during your time in Esteros,
There's been snow.
there's been
Cool.
snow, yeah, but you're definitely not used to these colder temperatures. Like, even when you were in Esteros and Monolum and Luxem, like, it was never that cold, so this is not comfortable for
From
you.
the north where I'm from, is that?
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're, like, right at home.
Oh. Beautiful.
I think I might get a cold.
Well,
Yeah, I think I should get a cold.
do I have anything?
Let's go speak to Gil first, and then I'll get a cold.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. We can sort out all sorts of bits for you today.
Is he?
It was tea.
No.
Tea. For me personally, tea really helps when I've...
Oh, how did it go for you last night?
It wasn't too bad, actually. You know, a bit ragey. If anything, it really helps with like your claws, because you end up scratching the walls and stuff, and it helps kind of file them down a little bit.
Ooh,
So
good advice.
I don't have to pay for it then.
Picture him just like with the things in between his paws, just like that. Yeah. You should get yourself a good boyfriend that looks after you.
So you're led through the town. As you are walking through, every now and again, Bronwyn will point out to you, Quinn, kind of possible places that you might be able to find some of the stuff that you're looking for. But eventually, you get back to the inn, and yeah, it's pretty much empty in there. Nobody in there at this time of the morning. You can see a slightly kind of bleary-eyed Clementine just tidying up, polishing down some tables. She's like, oh, hey y'all, I didn't think I'd see you all again. How are you? You alright?
Very well.
I still don't know how I feel about you.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
because she lied.
Because you lied.
Oh,
I mean, it's all fine now because it's, greater good. But
yeah, that's true. I understand that. And Brom's like, to be fair to her, I did ask her to do it. Kind of my fault, but.
and if you hadn't, and I'd just gone wild, then that would have been great.
The hunters probably would have killed you.
And there's that. Okay. Actually, you know what? Thank you for lying to me. That's good.
Hey, that's all right. I just try to do my best. Anything I can get y'all?
Breakfast.
Breakfast? Yeah, sure. It'll take me like maybe a half hour just to get everything up and running.
That would be splendid.
All right. Man, breakfast is for
Do you have
everybody.
a breakfast beer?
A breakfast beer. We do have a slightly lighter beer. A little bit easier to go down at this time of the morning.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Cool. Okay. Round of breakfasts and breakfast beers.
Any wine?
What?
Maybe it is a bit early, actually.
No, we've got some sparkling water.
Wow. It's quite impressive. I'll have a breakfast beer, it's fine.
Okay.
I'd like to hear about how you carbonate that.
It's got a soda stream on back.
Very interesting.
We just shake real hard.
Just blowing bubbles in there.
I'll just go get that. You grab any seat that you want.
Find is there a booth?
Yeah, there's a few booths.
I was
on
like
the
a booth.
Yeah.
When we slide in to the booth, I'm gonna go deliberately sit opposite Quinn.
Push you out of the way. No, I'm sitting there.
Eyeball him.
You know what? I'm probably more next to Quinn now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll sit over here.
Good.
What do you plan on casting?
Oh, is this discreet as well?
No.
Oh, right.
When?
Yeah, what is
These
Nothing for the next few hours, probably. I hope so.
the materials that you seek.
Oh yes.
Very extravagant for certain spells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is quite fascinating.
They're spending a lot of money.
Yes. Is anyone got any money they can lend me?
I have some money.
Do we have a pool?
We do. Although I'd be keen to understand where it's going. In the past, you have lent me coin to help secure this big sword on my back. So I have no qualms offering coin where it's needed. I would be remiss not to ask what your intentions are, because it's a lot.
Yeah, how much is it exactly?
There's different levels, there's different spells require different amounts, so that's approximately 2,500 gold.
And how does it benefit us?
Which we just for the sake of repetition, we don't have that much.
No, that's fine. I've come to terms with that. Crossing a spell out my book.
But if we were to be in with that sort of money, I think it would go better towards a spell that I've recently learnt.
Oh.
In which case I would need a ruby to
Oh, now, how much would that?
1,000 gold.
How much would that help me? If that's the questions you're asking each other.
Well, it'd keep you alive from our undead aggravators.
But you can already do that. You can, and we're back up.
I'm thinking on a bigger scale. We don't really know if somewhere down the road we're ambushed like that again. It would be nice to have a fix-all.
Plan C.
That would be useful.
Yeah. Sorry, I just
Yeah.
thought it was
What's
very
the-
easy to explain my motivations. Yeah, unlike
Yeah, so
Quinn,
what
who's
is your
asking
one?
What spell?
double the money.
Yeah.
What spell?
Forbiddance is the
Not familiar. If it's not hitting stuff or bringing stuff to me, I don't really know.
What does it do in my
I
terms?
think it's the power of Christ compels you.
Oh, just
Back
gets.
up.
it's a
But you already
ward
did that.
to stop magical beings passing through planes and hiding from our mortal sight.
You know what this tells me, and I said it last night. I think we need to do some work
Yeah.
and earn some more money, because if we haven't got enough to split, and again, I want to know what my money would be going to with you.
Yeah.
But if we can't afford to do these things, then I think we need to do some work. That's a really boring sentence. I hate myself.
But we are surrounded
Fuck.
by hunters. and they hunt creatures in this area, not just vampires, from my understanding. There's more. Is Bronwyn still with us?
Bronwyn is sat at the bar with Clementine.
We could always ask our man if the hunters have any more interesting beasts that might need slaying. They'll be coining that.
Could be some work from our good friend Roland as well. Roland, Madame Ganza back in town. Who you haven't met, Madame Ganza.
No,
Neither of you.
I've heard that name,
Yeah.
but I'm not familiar with the...
Fascinating lady. Really, really cool.
What's her area of business?
Adult entertainment. I think that's fair.
That's good.
Yeah,
Is that
Yes.
theatre?
No, like
That's
sex stuff.
In a sense. Remember, he's not from the city.
Oh.
Yeah, Owen's not blood.
You know, like when two people really like each other.
You and Sailing.
Yeah, I like that. But like,
You know what you dream about doing to Sailing? Pay coin to do that with real human or elven or
Yes.
dwarven or tiefling.
organize something
Yeah.
like that for you.
Sad state of affairs.
You could
there.
have somebody dress up as Sailing for you.
Oh, God.
In the minute over there.
Wish to mock.
It's not a mockery, it's tribute.
Yes.
Celebration, my friend.
And often it happens at night under the moon.
It's a pastiche.
Yeah.
What under the moon, you say?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Maybe it could be
If
a
you like.
form of prayer and a show of love.
Consider
Absolutely.
Maybe there's a library.
I think
we
it
can
would
I
look at.
don't really encourage this train of thought.
I think
Oh,
we should
no,
pursue it.
it's not. I must not.
But yeah, she might have some work for us. Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe not directly for her, because now I've just anyway. But
I'm open to offers. Depends what the money's like.
Aren't we going to kill and liberate a bunch of people and dismantle an army?
Yes.
Typically have many monies.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
we saw Gob.
Oh yes, they're on their way. Probably should catch up with them at some point.
Did we see them?
Yeah, he walked by the inn, and
So perhaps it's worth having a chat with him and seeing if he's got a handle on that.
Could drop them a message.
we messaged them and they'd already left for where they're going. They're out of town and have...
We also have, I'll pull out the cloven crystal from the bag of pole ring. Well, I've got this thing I found as well.
Is that the explosive?
No.
No.
This
I don't
was-
think you guys have any. No, I think you do actually.
We still have that.
It's all
Yeah.
bundled up, don't it? Bundled up.
Yeah, we tried to like
Yeah.
put it in a lead lined box.
This is the when we're in the undersea tomb. And the water elementals attacked us?
Yes.
Yeah, and there was the armour that I'm wearing. And the skeleton that was wearing this armour was also clutching this orb.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps we could sell it. Do we know what it does?
No, but I'm intrigued by it.
Identify, baby.
And I just turn away in my seat to the rest of the table.
Were you doing something with it?
I'm identifying it, yeah.
Oh right, okay. You
Well,
just
we
said
went
that I
through.
turned around.
Yeah.
I don't want to presume that you're
Oh,
like.
yeah. I clean people's clothes and identify their magic items.
Demand heavy sums of money.
And ask for a lot in return.
What every wizard of every party has ever been used for.
Yeah.
Let me just double check something.
Yeah, is this your tab being paid back?
Yeah, it is.
Me
Oh, yes.
me pulling that out of the bag and holding it, that's not going to hurt me, is it?
Didn't seem to do anything.
Okay, and I'm not reluctant to hand it over.
Oh.
Cool.
Every identifier was 500 gold, funnily enough. So that brings your bill to...
Scroll just rolling out as you're reading it.
Carry the one.
That's a lot of zeros.
To answer your question, full disclosure, I'm nothing if not honest. Honest Quinn. The spells I would be looking at acquiring the material components for would be a limited use to the group, literally, although there would be ways to use it. One would be an ally, not undead. I know we're not against, we're against that in this party, unfortunately.
Why is that unfortunate?
Just on principle,
In times of need, you should seek allies wherever you can find them. And but you've both made your stances clear on the
I've
map.
got my staunchest ally just right here.
Yes.
Mine's
Good.
up there.
We know where he was.
Mine's you guys. Is that better?
It's quite
I mean,
consistent
It's
to
more
say,
like
actually.
yeah.
I was just making a,
I don't know, like a yeah.
show of force.
I just wanted to talk about surname.
We know.
But
But not have sex with her, which is weird.
Sometimes people just want to be listened to.
some people are just voyeurs.
I'm sure Madam Cancer could arrange for that.
Just sat in a room on a chair staring at the moon.
Sweating.
Oh, fuck. That's fucking hot.
So you cast Identify on this orb.
Is he pondering it?
So you
Reject humanity, become meme.
you almost immediately are blinded by the sheer power of this crystal. It almost kind of like you cast Identify, and normally you get like a pulse of how powerful a magical object is, and you kind of get a feeling of what its school is, but this almost like rocks you backwards.
That's the noise Crib makes at the takeaway.
Well done.
Oh no!
He's rolling dice.
Oh, here we go.
Maximum hit points reduced permanently.
A boulder falls from the ceiling.
Exactly. And there's Clem up there. Pushed it off.
Goodbye, y'all.
Enjoy your
God, he's
breakfast.
making full notes.
Download. Funniest person at the table.
Must remember to thank him after the session.
Handshake required. Outstanding. I'm blinded by its power.
Yes. It is of abjuration, and as you are kind of focusing on it, you can very briefly hear a voice creep into the back of your head
Oh no.
that just says,
Put in the bag immediately. Back in the bag.
Okay.
Do not pass go. Do not look at it. Do not collect 200 gold. Put it straight back in the bag. And
Place it in the bag of holding.
What happened?
there is some entity that resides within, I believe.
Oh,
My
cool.
hypothesize. It didn't sound benign. It very much sounded malevolent. Wasn't like other evil entities we've dealt with in the past and have led to demise
Oh,
of
right.
Could
our
be
party
a
members.
powerful ally. I know that,
It's not something I want to deal with
at
at this time in the morning.
Okay, well, that's fine. But good to know. There's a... I'll pull it out and just take a quick look.
Please don't.
I mean, how bad can
it's
it be?
very pretty.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like a greeny...
More of a yellowy amber kind of shattered prismatic look to it, but the sphere itself is completely smoothed off, and there just seems to be like a thin dark line going through the centre of it.
That would match with where we found it, buried, hidden away from accidental use.
When
Yes.
whilst he has that out,
Yeah.
you feel yourself like there's almost like you feel like a pull from the ocean.
To me.
Yeah, you just like unintentionally find yourself kind of start to stare towards it.
Wasn't it a fun time we had on the boat to get here?
Yeah.
Probably not bring up old wounds.
I think, yeah, I mean, I think...
Oh no, I enjoyed
Some
it.
great allies.
Yeah, we should.
I got to
sail
go
back.
and do some...
I mean...
I'm sure there's other ways of returning.
Well, if it was with the same crew, maybe that would. Yeah,
That's a very good idea.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
You still have it out?
No, it's back in the bag.
I think it
Yeah,
is.
it doesn't matter now. Don't worry about it.
Oh yes, I'll just fly, teleport, something like
Oh, fair enough, okay.
Okay.
Right, you still haven't said why you want to spend that much money. What does it do?
Well, they're just, as is my way, very plan DE, plan.
Would it be nice for us to know this plan?
They're just backups.
Vague.
Okay, well, obviously we are mere troglodytes next to your brilliance, Quinn, but perhaps try to enlighten us somewhat as to what it is you're planning.
Well, they're just more spells in my repertoire.
That do
What
what?
spells?
Yes.
What?
Oh, I thought you just said spells.
What? Spell?
What else would it be?
What did they achieve? What's I rolled a 10 on my hit dice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well done.
I didn't get to do my HP last time.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, triple digits now.
Oh, awesome.
Whilst you're
Oh.
looking up the details of your spells, Clementine does come over with a platter of food for all of you. Bacons.
Bacon.
Bacon, sausages, scrambled egg, with some almost like fried, essentially hash browns.
Nice.
Oh.
Gratin, whatever it is.
Play the noise again.
I'd like to take Clementine's hand and give it a little peck.
Oh.
And just be like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
Oh, that's all right. I don't normally serve this up for most people, but you know, Bronwyn said that you had a rough night last night, so I thought I'd rustle you up something special.
Try and sleight of hand a gold coin into her hand as a little tip for the breakfast. Yeah.
Such a handsome man. She kind of like pinches your cheek a little bit,
Yeah.
which is weird because she's like 22, but
Yeah.
And so, like, leaning across me.
yeah, you're not there, mate.
Yeah. Isn't it?
All right, well, you know, let me know if you need anything else.
We will
Okay.
do, thank you.
Thank you, Clementine.
No, that's all right. Quinn. Just walks away.
Now she's gone.
Now the help isn't around.
Free to
anymore.
talk. Firstly, I do not think of you as troglodytes.
There's a
It's,
troglodyte now.
Shut up! What have you shut up?
You all beneath me!
I cast self-destruct.
Cringe. 9th level. I understand now that we all bring value in our own unique ways, and unfortunately, it took the loss of one of our party for me to begin to realise that. But that won't stop me insulting you for your love of gods. However,
I would, yeah, you know.
but you are free to do so. Of course.
I'd be concerned if you did. I appreciate your appreciation, I suppose, of us. But yeah, just a very. It would make it a lot easier to trust you with this coin if we understood what it was you wanted to achieve.
So there are two primary spells that have found their way into my book, and I bring out my grimoire. Douche! Which is this very, 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 very hefty, impressive looking fancy book
That's,
that just flick through the pages. Don't stop. Pages just keep flicking through.
That's hot.
One allows me to prepare a spell in case of an emergency for approximately a 2-week period. So a bit like if you prepare a spell for somebody's coming through that door, and I'm gonna what's the word for you? Sling your arrow. Loose your arrow at them. I can do that, but over 2 weeks for any situation. So say our forbidding person falls down, I can do something to stop that from happening, or anything like that. That's one of them. And the other one will bring us a little spy that we can use. Long range, very useful for gathering intel.
both sound fantastic.
Just hence the cost, unfortunately. But it's not urgent. We can wait until we've found other means of money.
Yeah, I think if we're capable of acquiring more coin, we should, and then we start knocking off these bits and pieces that the loose ends that we need to take out.
Yeah, and like I do have money to spend and share. It's just
we shouldn't empty our coffers just for this. It would leave us in a.
We would be broke.
Yes, it would. We'd be in a very.
It's more money than I have, and I think I'm responsible for a sizable chunk of our shared wealth.
No, having my sleep disturbed, it threw me off our accounts. It won't happen again.
Okay.
Well, this food's great.
Yeah, I mean, you got me down on some of these breakfast goods, and yeah.
So you take your time, eat your dinner, breakfast, fuck. Fuck.
That was a breakfast fuck.
Is that instead of breakfast beer?
Yes.
Yeah. And before long, the hunters enter the establishment. The main one kind of conversing with Bronwyn briefly, kind of points at you lot, kind of gestures towards you, and the main one that he's talking to kind of takes his helmet off, fresh shaved head, kind of olive skin, and his piercing green eyes, but various scars all across his face, kind of a bit of his ear missing. Makes his way over and pulls up a stool and sits at the end of your booth. And sits down, places his helmet on the table. Right. You lot.
Hi.
Good morning.
I've got an account from everybody that was everybody that was there. Now, from yourselves, what exactly transpired yesterday?
Oh, in the town square.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, I was just confirming. Sorry. Good morning. Hi. I just, it's been a while.
She hasn't finished
Wild night last night. Pardon the pun.
I've heard.
Yeah.
In the square. Sorry, is that what we're?
Yes.
Not overnight.
The square.
Fine. Yes.
Yes.
So, for context, which I feel is important to understand the reason this transpired in the first place, one of the individuals we arrived here with, there was a pact made some time ago for his immortal soul. A series of setbacks eventually led to him falling, and the people that his soul had been pledged to came to collect. Those were the individuals with the horde of undead that arrived in your town square. They decided this was the moment, since he was beyond anything we could do for him, that it was time to collect. So they said, give him up to us, we will take him now. Please don't fight us, there's a horde of undead behind us, you won't win. And we thought, well, rather than putting the populace here in danger, fighting against innumerable odds, we would relinquish our companion.
Yeah.
That's as much as there is to it in terms of our involvement.
The individual that made the pact for his life is no longer with us either, so he was like the last thing that linked to this horde, this evil, and they've got him now, so...
I shan't bother you again.
No.
And you know nothing more about this band of undead creatures that can teleport anywhere they want.
So I don't think they can, I think their leader can. So don't worry about them showing up, and their leader isn't interested in your town.
Needless destruction. They're very intelligent, I would say. So I don't think you need to worry.
They've got no.
And this causes you no concern whatsoever.
It causes us great
Yeah,
concern.
like it was horrible as
so
well.
great.
The one that they took from us was like my best friend, and now he's gone. So that was shit. So yes, of course it does, but
Which goes some way to explain our prickly demeanours
yeah,
upon our first meeting.
yeah.
Quite frankly, I don't care about your demeanour. I'm more concerned about undead that can teleport wherever they
Sure.
choose.
And I mean this with the greatest possible respect. Phalanus, the individual that teleported here, he couldn't give a fuck less about this town.
No.
He came here for Ulrich. He has Ulrich. He has no cause to return.
Phalanus.
Lanox.
The very same. Are you
The
familiar?
lich that the signs of light
Oh,
defeated
you're familiar with them.
decades ago.
Yes, those very same.
Oh, you're familiar? Yes, he's
He's back.
back.
He's back.
He kind of leans
Bold
over
name.
and kind of beckons one of the other hunters over, kind of whispers something to him, and he leaves.
Unless I'm
Is it-
mistaken, and there's
is-
something to do with this town that ties him here. My history is not my strong suit.
Well, first of all, could I get you to make a persuasion check for me?
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Could be worse. 12.
Well, there's a serious allegation that you would make that this man, creature, abomination, is alive.
This is what he called himself. I'm not familiar with the history of Phalanus.
Also, I don't think he's alive because that sounds like his whole thing.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
back, but he's not.
His,
you know,
his
like
whole shtick is that they want to defeat death as a.
End the suffering of
Yes, yes.
human.
As you
I'm
mentioned,
very
he's
aware
a
of-
lich.
Yes.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
No, you don't like liches. You're one of.
Can't stand them. Just one of,
We're on your
not,
side.
not for me.
Don't care for him.
Yeah.
We're on your side here.
No,
Like, we're on the
Christopher
same
Nolan.
page. Lich is bad. Again, this deal, this pact was made long before any of us had any involvement with this town, with this journey. And the individuals responsible for said pact are long dead. That doesn't make them any less binding. You know, I'm not a contract lawyer. I can't speak to.
Would you know how to fight this guy? Because like obviously he needs to be probably well. I didn't say obviously. He probably needs to be put down. But do you know how to fight something like that? Because it would be really useful yesterday if you did. But we. Sorry, I'm trying to swallow my scrambled eggs still.
Would you like to join us for some food?
Yeah, there's some scrambled eggs left.
Perhaps she can pull up a chair.
I'm already sat down.
That's good. Maybe for your feet.
Would you like a back rub?
Glam.
It took some of the realm's mightiest warriors to take them down last time.
Well, you're in luck
And
because you're looking at a few of the realm's pretty strong guys.
As well as that, one of the first knights was slain by them,
Huh.
and the others were scattered. And now you claim that he is here collecting on debts.
Amassing forces, you could argue.
And from my understanding, the entourage he had with him was not the full extent of what he had available to him,
No.
but it was a sizable force.
Yeah.
Again, enough that we felt maybe it's not best to engage, especially around these innocents.
And he's not said anything else to you.
Not been in contact with me.
me on that confrontation.
They wish to end death.
Yes, I'm sure that that is what he claims to want.
But what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that they wish to put an end to all life.
Oh, like kill everything.
Yes.
Oh, because if everything's dead, then it cannot die.
I would assume something to that effect.
Yeah.
Not
But why?
really. That is a question that you would probably have to ask him or the corpse of Alvaro Gallon.
I'll try.
Sure, if you can find out where that is, then by all means you do that. But this is not something to be taken lightly. If he has shown an interest in you, and if he truly is here on this realm again...
I don't think he's particularly interested in us as individuals. He came for our friend who he was promised.
Then consider yourself lucky.
Yeah. Don't think he sees us as a threat really after what happened. Can't really blame him.
Okay. I will need to... Yes. Well, thank you for your information.
Is that the red tape cut through? Is that
sure, you do whatever you want. Yes.
Just out
and he already starts getting up.
Before you go, our friend was taken yesterday by him. Obviously, he's now no longer really our friend. He's one of his pawns. But if you do hear anything, is there any way that we can help or know more? Because we have if you're getting back at this guy, however you might do it.
We have a vested interest in seeing him fail.
Yeah.
I understand, and I'm sorry for your loss, but there are hundreds of thousands of people that have lost people to them.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yes. So,
How?
I will escalate this as high as I can and as quickly as I can. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. We will search for some extra validity to what you're claiming. And
is our account not enough?
it is a lot that you are claiming right now. But it is enough for you to carry on and do what you need to do. I hope that Asgrave treats you well and all the best of luck in your future endeavors, but I need to go.
One last thing. You said hundreds of thousands. Are you talking like ages ago or like currently? Hundreds of thousands.
As far as I knew, he was dead. As far as anybody on this planet was concerned, he was dead.
Where can we go to learn more about this? Because, as I said, I'm unfamiliar with this individual's history. I can't speak for my companions, but I think if he's as big a threat as your panicked face is making me think he is, we need to prepare.
Yeah, you're gonna need all of the people you can to fight it.
No offense. You seem capable to handle yourselves in a fight. I appreciate what you did last night, but this is a bit outside of your purview.
Shit.
I will escalate this to the people that need
bureaucratic
to know. In the meantime, smiley day to you. And he
Is that a saying?
leaves.
I don't know if I can get around that one.
I'm not sure if if it's a question of is he gone at this point, right?
Yeah, so he immediately grabbed one of the only other hunter that was left and pulled him alongside with him out, and you could hear the sound of horses taking off.
Okay.
Shit.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be offended that he doesn't think we're capable, or if he's like, no, this has to go through the proper channels. Either way, that really
Neither outcome
rubs
really.
me the wrong way.
I
you
get
know?
that. Yeah. Well,
We could have taken them.
I mean, after hearing that, I'm kind of glad that we didn't.
But I think we could have gotten a few good licks in.
Yeah, but then we would have just been joining their ranks. So.
No, they would have been like, ha, we outie.
No, I don't think they would have.
No, they're smart. You know, if they get hurt, they run away and they come back stronger. So actually, perhaps it's a good job we didn't fight.
Yeah.
Because they'll underestimate us next time.
The collateral damage would have been too great.
Hundreds of thousands? Is that...
In the grand scheme of the population, but still a very small percentage, so I wouldn't...
But if he's speaking of lichdom, this is and you know, my understanding is this individual's been plotting for some time. This isn't something that's just recently happened. This is an old foe.
Yeah.
But he didn't tell us where we can learn more.
No.
And I think we need to.
Yeah. Well, we clearly go then. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we should probably get some cold weather clothes.
For yourselves, maybe.
No, yeah, literally, I don't have any, so I'm definitely part of that.
What a shame it must be to not be Moonshavian of myself.
Moonshavian.
No, we're used to the cold weather like this.
Okay.
Maybe one day I'll take you all.
Wasn't there a time when you didn't want to tell us where you were from? Right. You kept that
could
as a
we
secret.
could we go back to that?
Now that we're outside of prying ears and eyes and in a smaller.
Are you sure? We could always be spies. Maybe.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look around, everyone seems to be paying.
Is there someone
Actually, I just intercepted this letter for you. I'm just kidding.
beads?
Bronwyn is he seems to be just like writing something at the bar, but Clementine's just cleaning a mug, looking at you lot.
Do you trust Clementine?
I do not trust.
There are spells that can view people from a distance. You should be very careful and talk about the Moonshade Isles as little as possible for your own safety.
Just keep it to yourself. Yeah.
You have individuals there you care for deeply, yes?
It's true, but sometimes it's very, very difficult to hide my pride of where I'm from.
Perhaps just try.
If you're that weak, then I don't hold it against you.
I'm half expecting you to pull up your sleeve and you've just got like a Moonshade flag on your arm.
Moonshavian, apparently.
Moonshade till I die.
Is the correct.
My get Moonshavian.
It's Moonshavian.
Isn't that what that guy just had when he took his helmet off?
It's Moonshavian. Well, regardless of what you're going to read, it is now.
It is Moonshavian.
Yeah, it's good.
That is a clean Moonshavian.
Based on the, was I reading his? I made an assumption that I should have rolled an insight check into his response to that note.
You may want now if you want.
If I may.
Sure.
I assumed he was panicked. That's a natural 20.
Oh! Always there, ready, precisely when it needs to be played, and not a couple of seconds too late.
So there was most of what you got was genuine fear and concern. A small amount of that can't be right.
Yeah, okay.
But if it is,
Shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like who doesn't want any extra help? Like even if we're just
Well, this is again.
cannon fodder in his eyes.
This is why I'm a bit kind of like, fuck that guy. But equally, if he knows stuff that we could probably do with knowing, unfuck him, talk to him a bit maybe.
Yeah. Well, definitely one to look into. Should we speak to Madame Ganzo and Roland? Maybe they've got some more light-hearted news for us.
Perhaps.
Yes, perhaps a change of.
I'd quite like to ask Bronwyn if he knows. I'll walk up and try and stand up next to him at the bar.
oh, hello.
Hello, Bronwyn.
Hello.
Just, interrupting your writing.
No, that's absolutely fine. Just grading papers. The joys of
Being a teacher. Yes.
being a teacher.
Is there a library of sorts where we might learn a bit about some historical figures, villains of old?
Around here, the only one that really springs to mind is the Arcadium. That's in Stonehaven.
Right.
They probably have some records and various books. It's where I have to go every now and again if I need some extra material for classes.
Okay. Good to know. Don't read too much into this. It's not much of anything really.
Absolutely.
Does the name Thaylanis mean anything to you?
Yes. Kind of, for lack of a better term, almost looked at as like war criminals. Very powerful entities. Brothers tried to ascend to a state of like lichdom, but then also kind of godlike powers, wanting to undo the very, I don't know, fabric of reality and all this sort of stuff. But put away and destroyed by the old Scions of Light. But this is going back like maybe 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We found a book of some kind a while ago that mentioned him, and it's been on my mind since.
It's absolutely fine. There's a few good plays about that actually. Really good set pieces. If you find yourself in a major city, try and look for a local theatre house. There's some good stuff out there.
It's good to know.
Probably be nice to take in some culture.
Quite a
I'm
succinct.
sorry, what was that?
I said it would be nice for
Why are
us.
you eavesdropping, alright?
Just
All the
there.
way around.
Just trying to see what he's writing in his book.
Saying sucks.
A+.
Arthur Fist.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably your best bet.
Good to know. Appreciate it.
No worries at all.
Unrelated note.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
I've got all this food left in front of me at the table. I'll just eat all of this. It's not myself.
I'll grab that.
Where is good for winter clothes? I need a new coat.
I don't.
We know.
Big.
I like how, like, the way that the map is designed, the Moonshade Isles are, like, right on the equator.
Hey,
So, like-
I've got the
Oh,
wiki
yeah.
here.
Wiki means shit. He's the DM.
Yeah. Put that shit
Fuck
away.
you, Wiki.
Yeah, I mean,
because
nothing.
this wiki also taught me the word Moonshavian.
You could have called it whatever you wanted. You could have been like Mahuvian. And I'd be like, yeah, that's right.
Don't do that.
Whoopie Waddy.
Holiday Hooby Waddy. Chairmeister.
This is not cake.
The Father's Stash. That would be your
Father's
best.
Stash.
The Father's Stash. That would be your best bet to find some winter clothes. They've got some nice jackets, some nice pelts. But yeah, the Rillo, he runs the.
Rillo.
Man, I'm dropping this quill everywhere. Rillo, yes, yeah, he's he'll be able to help you out. Get
Okay.
some riz.
Soon everyone may.
I heard one of my pupils say it the other day.
I said it the other day and they didn't get it, so
It's catching on.
down with the kids.
Yeah. Ooh, wait, what?
Anyway, thank you. That was my question.
Yep, no worries.
Oh, and the meditation stuff. Should we off camera that now?
Yeah, I mean, Quinn wanted my help with helping him find some bits, but I mean, it's only the youths and the minds of tomorrow that I'm helping mould here, so it doesn't really matter too much.
Hey, if Thaylanos is coming back, then.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, did he
Coming
not?
back?
Yeah, did he not say that?
If it's going to be the end of the world,
Oh, right. So I didn't realize how much of a big deal it was, but we just mentioned it to.
He's not coming back.
No, yeah, like he.
No, the Scions of Light destroyed him, sundered their bodies, left a crater in Esterus. They
Okay.
scattered their very matter to the winds. They're not coming back.
He was. Did you see yesterday with the undead in the courtyard and us and our friend and.
Molding minds. So no.
You were teaching, right?
Just
Yes.
teaching. Yes.
So whilst you were teaching, he like rocked up, took our friend. That's why Gil was so pissed at us. 'cause-
Allegedly.
Yeah. So yeah, he's back. Sorry, that's another game over.
Well, that's okay.
If he,
I get it. Pulling a prank on the teacher because he used the word Riz.
I'm
It's fine.
being honest. Like
Yeah, I was entirely lying when I said we'd found a book or something about it. She's telling the truth.
Yeah, no, he was back yesterday with his mate Thalanus.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I'm helping.
Yeah, 'cause you boy.
Natural 20.
yeah.
Oh shit!
Persuasion. Grand total is 28.
Right. Just risen and he's like, oh, actually, this guy is.
Yeah, no, he's like, no, it's not real. Let's go.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna flick my hand.
I imagine the Sabine Riz as.
Yeah, it's
Top tier.
Yeah, it's top shelf. So yeah, he's.
Is he rizzed? Did he riz?
Did he riz himself?
No, he looks markedly more pale.
Yeah.
Starts lighting a cigarette.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen this face earlier. So as far as him coming back here, don't think he's interested. As far as him being back, I think that's a thing.
He's
That
certainly
doesn't necessarily
working.
mean anything. I mean, if he's back, and the signs of light are no longer here, then.
Then, we need other people that have. what the-
Clementine, could you get me a whiskey, please?
This was the reaction we should have got earlier.
Isn't he about to go teach?
Mother's.
Life shit.
Thalanus is back, kid. Don't fucking bother though.
You're gonna die, so just don't even just go home.
Just
go home.
spend your college funds
Day
now.
He's on a day off. It's a marking day.
Oh, we just ruined his day off. Shit.
Next time we see him, he's gonna have a little 5 o'clock shadow.
Grey hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you told Gil about this, yes?
Yeah.
And he seemed to think we weren't up to the task of helping.
I mean, no offense, but you're probably not.
Yeah. But we can at least, pitch in.
At least you said no offense.
Well,
he was so fucking dismissive and like.
Gil is like that, It's very all or nothing.
What the fuck is he gonna do?
Well, I mean, the hunters have a network and they have connections to.
We have a
people of
direct
power.
connection to him. Our friend.
To what? To who?
Our friend. He took our friend away.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry for your
We're as
loss.
connected to that litchy boy as we could be.
Does that mean you can keep an eye on him because Ulrich's with him?
I'm at the table eating. You
Oh.
guys are at the bar.
Does that mean?
We're a shitload of food, and then we'll just get up and walk away.
I'm at the table as well.
Oh, you come
I just
back.
like to think we're making bad small talk about spells. So, have you heard of this one? Have you tried doing this one?
Yeah, that one took a few tries to get that one
Yeah.
down.
I would try this other one, but you just need some stuff that's quite hard to come by.
So you,
But I'd like to try it.
you say you're from the Moonshine Isle, is that good this time of year?
It's quite cold.
Got a timeshare there.
I'll give you 2 weeks here, right there.
Yeah, maybe.
Pay a bit
I
extra.
don't know, I haven't really got the time nowadays.
No, yeah, it's quite difficult now. We're all a bit older. But,
You got any holidays?
no, well, since I run away from the temple, it's
Well, that's wild. That they're coming. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm sure there's someone out there that can sort this out. I suppose.
Yeah, us.
They're certainly trying, and we have a vested interest in stopping them where we can. So we want to learn as much as possible. And who stopped them last time?
The Scions of Light.
The Scions of Light. That's the puzzle box.
Oh, right.
What was in that? That was
This
your-
key. Yeah.
We've got some stuff from them.
It's key. It's pretty sick.
From them.
The Scions of Light. Yeah, we found a
Yeah.
key that belonged to Sprinkle, Sprightly,
Cinder.
Cinder.
Cinder. Yeah, Cinder's key.
No.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
This is getting a little bit far fetched. You do not have the Master Thief Cinder's key.
Do you have any means of identifying?
You
magical-
validated.
Me?
Yes,
I kill things. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Identify things.
What
I
reason
identify
have we
their
to lie to
instincts.
you at this stage?
I mean, you are truly. I mean, you're rich. That is you could sell that for a high price.
No, we could also.
Floats over.
Head just comes into frame, like side on.
We could also utilise it in our efforts to stop villains.
And then sell it.
And then sell it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, sure. You can do whatever you want.
We perhaps shouldn't be flaunting that.
I'll put it away.
No. People would kill you for that.
You're not you though, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Why?
Okay. I just, you got me on edge. I'm quite protective of
I'm
you.
like thieves, robbers,
Oh, okay, yeah, not you.
wizards, archmages.
Wizards, eh? Okay, well, yeah, I'll put it in my pocket. But, I mean...
Yeah, I'll just put it in my pocket.
Yeah. Find a place.
The zip stuck.
I'll sit there for a minute.
A hole in your pocket and just drops down the inside of your leg as you're walking out of town.
Oh, well.
Tighten the ribbon around my neck.
Okay, well, so you think we could learn more at this library?
That would be my first place to go.
And who would be like the best people to talk to about trying to get rid of this threat? Clearly not us, but if we could ask them.
Do you know anybody in a position of power?
Nobody that likes us.
Nope, yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, actually no. The king in Monolum. He likes us.
Yeah.
He has a pretty strong army. They're all clawed boys there. I could probably swing something, being a avatar of the Storm Lord.
There we go.
Well, I mean, that sounds like that would be a place to start if you can get an audience with him.
We were in the Gauntlet of Courts, so
we go way back.
You go way back with a king.
The king of Monolum, yes.
Wow.
There's no way back.
I say way back. We were friendly with him a while ago. I'd say that.
We've met him like once or twice, but yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm backing you in the festival." And we were like, "Heck yeah!"
Wow. I feel like I'm rubbing elbows with the big shots.
Well, we try not to get a big head about it, but we've been about.
Wow. Okay. Shit. This quill.
Too many whiskies.
Yeah, too many 9 AM whiskey. Weirdly, yes.
Everyone gets an A+.
Hello for you.
Closer to 11.
Right, well, okay. Well, we should probably...
Stonehaven, and then perhaps to Monolum.
Definitely want to check in with Madame Ganza.
We've got some things to... But thank you for your...
I'm sorry, what?
I was just saying, thank you once again.
Oh.
And really don't think about it too much. If the world's going to end, it's going to end. There's probably not a great deal you can do about it. So just live as normal a life as you can until that does or does not happen.
Yeah.
It's a solid plan, I think.
Always wanted to travel to Wei Sul. Really got some nice archipelagos down there.
Maybe do that.
Do it right now.
I'm thinking of doing that. Yeah,
Next
we got
boat.
some really nice vineyards down there.
What?
Oh no.
Where was this again?
You'll find out about it.
Okay.
Right. Well, I mean, I should probably focus on this, but yes, pleasure to meet you. Make sure you touch base with me before you head off. I'll get some candles.
Okay.
Cold strength be with you.
You too.
You guys having a good chat?
Oh, hey. Yeah.
How have you been? Yeah. What?
Yeah. Oh, we just told
Can I
them.
roll an insight to see how each of these two felt about this situation? So 17 plus 4, so 21.
I mean, how do you two feel about
Relieved that you guys are back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If that's the case on both ends, that's not as sad.
That's depressing, yeah.
She gutted I can't have his ear for a bit longer, yeah. We just told Bronwyn about like what had happened with Phalanus and that, and he like shit his pants.
So yeah,
Right.
he's a bigger deal than we necessarily knew about.
They're big deals, yeah. And the Scions, pretty big deals, yeah.
It sounds like
Another reason why we shouldn't have open warfare with them in the middle of a pedestrian area.
Oh, yeah. I still back what we did, but I don't think I anticipate how fucked everyone is about this situation.
Yeah, I think learning more about the Scions, learning more about the Lannis fellow himself or themselves, will only help us.
That's what I was thinking.
What help you in what way?
To stop them, like.
But why do you stop them? We don't even know what they're doing.
I think we've got a pretty good idea based on.
But why have we taken it upon ourselves to do this?
Well, we need to figure out exactly what they were up to last time they were here before we can make a decision on whether they get to come back without any resistance. Because if they were mass murdering, world-ending fuckers, then
we've told the authorities. I'm not sure what else there is for us to do.
I don't think they're going to be arrested anytime soon.
Yeah, I feel like it needs a bit more of a touch
to
it.
You understand that all of us, but you in particular, Quinn, are a remarkably talented individual. You know that.
Good guy.
Yes,
we
all have our talents.
No, but my point is individuals of our talent, as a collective and as individuals, are not common. And we just
already have a mission to do. It feels greedy to take on another one so soon.
Okay,
we might need more pressing ones, is what I think.
Yeah, I'd say the fate of the world takes precedence over our dead compatriots' family.
Yeah, no offense, like if these people come back and they're really, really as bad as everyone says there is, they'll be dead anyway, so there's no point trying to... And also, we keep coming across the fucking items that were used by the previous heroes.
Yeah.
Why have I got this? Is it just a fucking coincidence waving it in your face? But I've got this key? Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. He did say
I would also
they'd murder
recommend
people for that.
showing that to as few people as possible.
Yeah, that's what Bronwyn said as well. But my point is it just a coincidence?
But my point is, if we who are capable of standing up don't, then who will?
I just like to act on facts, and until we have some, we shouldn't start to make many plans.
Which is a good point, because that's what we've been saying.
Yes,
we've got to learn more about
we need
it.
a fact-finding mission to understand our new adversary.
Best way to deal with them, if you catch my drift.
And
kill them.
Surely you see...
We'll kill them dead.
Big heavy object.
Proper dead though, not undead. Like
Yeah.
dead.
Clearly.
Preferably some sort of assimilation would be very gratifying for me.
For you, this is a personal thing for you now.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't want to be the one to deal the final blow. I think she'd be very impressed by that.
So selfish.
I'm talking about Sayani.
Yes.
Still.
I got that. Well, if I actually get some reagents, I might be able to assist with satisfying your need for knowledge.
Kinky.
What are you bumble fucks up to?
Whoa!
Hey! It's a rolling day!
He's like, everyone's cheering, and he's just like waiting for his mark.
Played by Robert Downey Jr. or somebody.
Oh, damn!
Cameo.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's actually he's coming in.
Just the camera can't turn, so you can't see him.
What's that?
Iron Man 4. Whoa! What?
We're kind of like the DDandD Avengers.
That's nice. That's nice of you to say. Yeah. Well, you got Sarah. Sorry.
We were on our way to find you.
Well, that's good. And on that note, we're just going to have a quick break just so people can get up, stretch their legs. We'll have a break from maybe 10 minutes just so we can jump straight back into things. This is the first chance where they weren't waffling on, and I was like, I can kind of make us have a break here.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be back in 10 minutes, everybody. See you in a sec. Hello! Welcome back, everybody. I hope you've watered yourselves, fed yourselves, stretched your legs, and taken a shit. I hope you've done that.
I want you to have shit. I want you to have shit.
If you haven't shit,
Disconnect.
yeah, pause. No, don't pause because it's live. Just go shit. Bring us with you and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's really doubling down.
Shit with us.
he's got back in it.
This is now a shit podcast.
It was already a shit podcast.
We could do like an ASMR shitting. Let's just.
Fucking hell, we'll come back in part 2 with like real bottom of the barrel.
No, I think we're coming back with the beans. We got the
You know
energy.
how like cats go crazy after they've had a shit?
Yeah.
I think that's what's happened.
That's what's happened.
Yeah, we've somehow all got the same hormone.
Collective shit.
Yeah.
Just like all that.
Ears have gone back. Eyes have died. Yeah.
So,
Feels good.
yes, standing before you is Roland, looking a little bit haggard, slightly unkempt, bit of facial hair growth, but still fairly short, darkened hair on the top of the old dome, greenish skin, tattered robe, but you can still see his big old bastard sword sticking out from behind him.
What's up, you crazy fuck? Come and give him a hug. Just jump over.
He kind of like it. He's still not comfortable with it, but
Nope.
he pats you.
Sabine fully embraces the discomfort. Holds on just a little bit longer. Then makes it comfortable.
Yep.
And then releases.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good night's sleep. Any vampires?
What?
Don't worry.
Vampires? Where?
Oh, I only heard about it in the morning, but it's fine.
What, here?
Yeah,
we killed 4, maybe 3, 4.
Oh, wow. No, I mean, we're not here. We're just staying on the ship outside of the town. But
Well, of course they don't like running water, do they? So, vampires. So you're probably very safe.
no, the airship.
Oh, they definitely don't like being up in the sky.
terrible fear of heights. So, yeah, terrible fear of heights.
That famous vampire fear of heights.
That's what they're known for.
You've got an airship. We didn't know that already, did we? He didn't say.
You might be.
I think he has
He
mentioned that,
the
yeah.
ship. I don't know.
You
yeah.
just assumed. Oh, that's very useful.
That's really fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can we use it?
What? That's
It's a bit early,
not really
maybe, yes.
something that I can decide on.
Tapped.
Yeah, it's Madame Ganza. She owns it.
We're gonna see it, right? We're gonna come and see her, yeah.
Yeah, you're coming to see her, aren't you?
Great.
Ooh.
I'm excited to meet her. I've heard wonderful things.
I am also intrigued.
He might have a request.
He wants to fuck the moon.
Can't you just get like a wheel of cheese and fuck that?
Clementine. Your finest cheese wheel.
Wait, so why do you want to fuck the moon?
No, this vulgar horseplay and hazing is not what my intentions are.
He really fancies saying it. Like, won't stop going on about it.
And that God.
Yeah, it's his faith. He's dedicated wholly to the Holy Spirit of.
I'm sorry, but
I mean,
fancy seems like very much an
Like I said,
oversimplification.
dedicated wholly.
Well,
I've met people that have faith in the Moonweaver, Sayanine, and they don't. It's not part of their religion that want to fuck her.
I don't think I ever said anything of the sort.
I think it's like a subsect kind of thing. Yeah, like it's not mainstream.
Oh,
They won't
right.
be as dedicated as Owain is.
It's kind of new. You might not be ready for it, kind of situation.
Kind of like Riz.
Like the Riz, you never been. This term's getting around. I tell you.
Very fast. It's viral.
If you don't get behind it, you're gonna be left out.
I'm still trying to pass precisely what this is, but it's.
It's like a good thing if you're like, yeah.
Am I a Riz?
No.
I think you are.
Yeah, you've got a bit of a Riz about you.
Oh.
Yeah. But we'll tell you later.
We've got plenty Riz.
So much Riz going around in this group.
How much does a Riz cost?
No, you don't. You have.
Do we have enough to buy one?
Where,
We might
what
do.
spell book would I find this Riz?
Anyway,
So I mean, yeah, we're maybe like an hour and a half outside of town. If you've got anything that you need to do before you come.
Would you like any food?
I'm okay, thank you. I ate on the ship.
Okay.
I was gonna buy a coat, but if you've got no ship, we might not be here much longer, so no point. Didn't you need to buy some ship?
Yes, I need to go shopping.
I need to ask about meditation. So maybe like an hour or so.
You went around town, didn't you? Did you spot anywhere to buy magical goods?
Did I?
No, you rolled balls.
Oh yeah, you
I
did.
think.
But my gaze was not on wares at the time.
It's on the moon.
Just constantly walking around looking up.
A lot of moon-based activity last night. It was full
You
on.
must have been in your element.
It was rather exhilarating.
God.
It's putting you trapped inside all night, doesn't it?
Okay.
Maybe like an hour. If you need to do some shopping, I need to have a chat with the gentleman at the bar.
I'll accompany you to the store.
I'll be very quick. I'll just go on my own.
No, well, I'm
No,
intrigued if there's anything of value that might benefit us in our.
I think a shopping outing as spellcasters would be rather fruitful in learning each other.
I'm more interested in if there's anything sharp and heavy.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
should we meet you there, or should we?
I mean, I don't have anything to do. I came here to
Would you
meet
like
you.
to come and look at the sharp magic things?
Avail yourself of the food, maybe?
Meditation with me?
Get some coffee.
So many good choices.
The Clementine at the bar, she's adorable, and we've given her lots of money, so she might give you a drink. Clementine, of the amount we've paid, do we have any more on the tab that's been a fortnight, you know?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, but at this point now, you could probably just keep asking for stuff and not just keep pumping it out as quick as I can.
My friend Roland, was it?
Roland.
Roland, could you avail him of a beverage of his choice?
Oh, hi, sir. How are you? Yeah, absolutely. I'll just let me know what you want. Take a seat somewhere. Still dead.
Yeah. Feel free to have a drink.
Yeah. Okay. Try not to take too long. And he like pulls his sword out and just like plops it onto a table, and it like almost like bows underneath the weight of it, and just kind of sits down on like a little stool.
Good day.
It won't be long.
So
Go chat, sir.
you go and chat to Bronwyn. The gist of it is kind of just trying to remain calm, trying to focus on that kind of part of you that's deep inside, that's a little bit more animalistic and has this like urge to kind of get out every now and again. So as he's talking you through this, yes, this will change. What's your alignment?
I think it was like chaotic neutral.
Okay. So that will change, and you'll be at level 1 for this. So you'll get some of it, but as time goes on and the more you focus on it, you'll get access to more of your lycanthrope form.
Cool.
But we'll say that for the most part, he just kind of takes you outside, takes you into various like markets, and just kind of goes through like different incense and things like that, and things that work for him and help keep him calm. But it's different for everybody. For some people, it's like more of like a smell, like sensory kind of element of it. For other people, it's just music or just a particular sound. So everybody finds their own thing. So that could be something that you just come up with in your own time as to what would help center you and kind of help bring that out within you.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. I'd say that takes a little bit of time. I'll look it up. What's everybody else up to?
I have to take these two with us to the magic shop, so just broad directions.
Have to take.
I was just going to teleport there and back again, but that's fine.
Well,
We can-
I'm curious as to what they have. If there's anything of use, then it might avail us.
Bronwyn.
So if you're looking for places to go and whatnot.
Regents. Give me some reagents.
An investigation check for me, please. You have your friends with you, so you can do so at advantage. So by embracing this, you are just neutral.
Oh.
True neutral.
Okay.
I'll send you a full breakdown of it, but yes, a bit more precious about how you look, and and a slight element of self-righteousness over the other people that you travel with.
Oh, okay.
Step aside, Gwen.
Yeah. Use a bitch.
Investigation.
Yes, please.
With advantage.
14 plus 6. 20. Even I can do that. Dirty 20. Sloppy 20.
A sloppy jalopy 20.
Gravy 20.
So, as you are making your way through the town, there is the, as mentioned, Father's Stash. If you do want to get a set of winter clothing for you all, it will probably only set you back about 5 silver pieces.
Should we pick up a set for
Yeah,
Sabine?
I'll take care of that.
That'd be a nice.
She doesn't stress
heavier clothes.
weather appropriate.
Just like a heavy long jacket, or is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Something I can put over what I've already got that's just going to reinforce against the cold a bit.
Sure.
For me, and then probably similar for Owain.
Don't need it. Or do I? As DM,
I mean,
is
it's
Moonshade a cold place?
It is not a cold place.
Okay.
It's a mild temperature place.
Close that tab.
It's closer to.
Forget what I said earlier.
It's the hottest fucking place ever.
This isn't the Forbidden Realms, mate. You're like, Leeds is cold.
But yeah, so you can find essentially like what Ned Stark wears in Game of Thrones, like a big set of furs along the top, and then like a long draping cloak.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can find that for yourselves, and then whatever you want to pick up for Sabine.
Something quite elegant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, not dainty, but like.
Do you think we should get something like
Furs
furs or bestial to like?
I think
a bit too on the
fur,
nose.
like a fur, like
It could be quite a funny
like
joke.
top bit with maybe a purple.
Oh, you're saying that then.
Yeah.
If there's a purple.
Yeah, that would take a little bit of
Really
extra time, but they're like, there's not a lot going on, so.
It'd take like another 30 minutes for me to sort that out, and then I could get that dyed for you.
It's not a problem, thank you so much.
That's a new accent.
Are you from around these parts?
No, not really.
No, I didn't think so.
Yeah, a little bit further south.
Merseyside. Fucking love that. Yes.
Merseyside.
Way better than Moonchild.
Savior.
But yeah, so that's that taken care of. And so there is actually a jeweller's.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cool.
That is known as Onyx Sky.
Yeah.
So that'll have some various
How much
diamonds,
does it,
gems,
how much
all
does it,
sorts of
is it
stuff.
300 gold for
300 for
Do we
Revivify.
have any of those
Yeah.
left?
Don't look at me.
I
That's
don't-
your shit to keep
Yeah,
track
I
of.
don't have. I don't.
I'll try and get a diamond worth 300 gold.
Do you have any diamond dust?
What's diamond dust for?
Anybody know?
It is for.
I just spaffed 300 gold in my legend lore reagents.
Yeah. So for that, you'd have to go over to. So there's the jewels and stuff like that here. Anything else that's kind of a bit more obscure, you'd have to go over to Rimmond's Round Table.
Incense, unfortunately.
Incense, absolutely fine.
And then ivory strips, so nothing too outlandish.
Yeah, ivory strips.
It
is
says
probably fine.
diamonds worth 300 gold, so it doesn't have to be a diamond.
Nine incense.
Yeah, I would say that in this place
Good
you could
twos.
probably find
Twos
like a
out.
collection, like
Do a
one
deal.
fairly big one, but then like a few smaller ones that would roughly equate to that. But it would set you back 400 gold.
Person from the south.
What, back in
Yes.
the general store?
Is that where we can buy
Yeah,
incense?
I don't know what that.
No, that is in Rimmond's Round Table.
Oh, we need to go to Rimmers.
Rimmond's.
Rimmons, sorry, Raymond. Everybody.
Rimmond's Round
Everybody-
That's like
loves-
the Madame Gansers.
You Rimmons.
Everybody loves women.
Everybody loves Rimmons. We would like to do business with you, Rimmond, the eponymous.
Is that so?
Yes, we're going to bulk order 2 lots of incense. We would expect an appropriate discount.
How rare are these incenses?
Oh, these are very rare. Is there a particular smell that you're looking for?
I want to look and smell and see how rare they are.
It should be.
Sure. Make either an investigation or an arcana check for me.
You know it's going to be Arcana. 24 Arcana.
24. Oh, that's good.
Sorry.
It is not the highest quality you've ever smelt. And for most of this, how much is it worth? Sorry,
Mine is 250 gold.
250 gold.
It's a lot of incense.
This is barely worth that, but there is. Well, I could probably sell this to you for $375.
Does yours need 250 as well, or are you
Mine's just says
just regular incense? Right,
Yeah.
okay, so we'll bundle it in with mine then. This is your rare incense, is it?
The rarest that you could possibly find in this particular area.
I will have to go somewhere a bit higher class then, because it isn't as rare as I need it. So
Yeah, it's not exactly what I was hoping we'd find.
Do you know where we'd be able to acquire some incredibly rare?
Oh no, this is as rare as you're going to get in this in this economy.
Maybe we should try out of town.
Yeah.
That's Stonehaven.
It is. Yeah, they've got some good businesses there.
Good, very good businesses.
the fiscal they have for attracting out of
Make a
town
persuasion
customers.
check for me.
The fiscal layer.
I'd definitely recommend any shop there.
Literally any shop.
Any shopping is my favourite shop in the city.
I've done my thing the wrong way around. Not the way Simon taught me.
Huh?
Now they're easy to get out. Don't ignore me, everybody. 14.
14. I mean, there are other shops that you could maybe go to, but I said 375, but I meant 300, of course. Sorry. Let me clean that. Yep, it's better. Yes, I can see now.
You've sharpened your quill for me, have you?
Hmm.
You throw in 4 ivory strips, we'll call it a deal.
And some sulphur.
How much should the ivory
So
strips?
50 gold. Which would be then market value for the whole lot.
I'm afraid that running a business here, I would have to at least ask 325 for the lot.
No. I want a fucking dimension door back to the inn. I want to fucking flex on this guy. But you guys are there.
Yeah, we're
so if
still
you want to
there.
do some Jimmy Jambrin.
I mean,
no, I've intimidated him because it
What
disappeared.
just happened?
Unfortunately, our friend, likes to get his own way, especially when he knows the true price of the product.
Okay. I get both of you to make intimidation or persuasion. Your choice.
Oh, yeah.
I just appear next to Roland back at the breakfast table.
Just huffing.
It's 11 for me on persuasion.
My maths is really bad. 23. Persuasion.
Great. Okay, well, I mean, I see what's happening here. There's just a little bit of ribbing. That's absolutely fine. For 300, of course, 300. That's what I thought was a fair price anyway.
And that's the incense, the sulphur, the ivory.
Ivory strip. Is there a price for the sulphur?
No.
Absolutely. Of course. Of course.
It's anything you may have lying around. Maybe we should inform.
I'll pay it
How
now and then we'll.
We'll need a receipt.
A receipt? Of course. Bag for it all?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Make that 2.
2 bags?
2 bags.
double bags. It's quite a potent smell, so 2 bags would be nice. Something to.
Absolutely. I mean, of course. A little bit of potpourri in there.
I don't. It's not for me. I don't.
Cinnamon sticks.
I'll take a cinnamon stick. Yes.
Spitting bits in there.
How long is this going to take?
We'll do dip it in yogurt.
When you teleport back to the inn next to Roland, he doesn't even react. He's like, oh, that was quick.
Unfortunately, not as quick as I'd hoped, but here we are, and I will now wait patiently with you. In silence, if you like. That's fine by me.
Sure. For yourselves, was there anything else that you were looking for?
Any weapon shops?
There is the Steel Buckle.
Still buckle. Oh, pop in. Pop my head round, but could.
I'll wait outside with the bags.
The facts.
Morning.
Oh, hi, you right there?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm not too bad. What can I do for you today?
I think we'll be heading out of town soon, so I thought while we're here, I'll peruse your wares, see if there's anything that might help.
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. I make most of this stuff myself, so you know if there's anything in particular that you like the look of, just let me know. I see what I can drum up for you. I can even make some more signature pieces if you give me a little bit of time to go with it.
Interesting.
Mm.
Now this, what I'm thinking is a helm of some kind. It has thunderbolts on the side.
Oh, aye.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll kind of lean back a bit and put my thumbs into storm girdle. And be like, yes.
Aye, that's a fine bit of craftsmanship right there.
Yes, yeah, crafted by the gods themselves. And that's not hyperbole. This is.
No, that's fine. I got this coffee from the gods themselves as well.
Right, you are.
Is that a shop?
The gods themselves coffee shop.
It's the barn blend.
But yeah, if.
Well, I mean, what kind of helmet are we looking for? Are you looking for like an open one? Are you looking for something that covers the face? Are you looking for a full set piece? Like
something I think that comes like down to around about here.
okay.
Like
Still, communication is like a key thing for you. Yeah.
Being able to shout loudly, for the glory of Cord, smite thee in the name of Cord, be gone, foul beast, etc. Part of my shtick.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, for just like materials used and just time spent working on it, you're probably only looking at about 5 gold.
And how long would that take you?
Probably a couple of hours. I mean, that's not too much hassle. I've got one of those helmets knocking about anyway, so all it really is just kind of getting the metal connected to it, kind of giving it a chance to cool down and adhere to one another. It shouldn't take long.
5 gold.
I'd say that.
Okay. Anything in, and forgive me if this is presumptuous, anything enchanted in the store?
Oh, in here?
No.
Not really. No, that's not my cup of tea right there. That'd be Aramel's over in Rimmons.
Aramel's in Rimmons.
Yeah.
Where's this? Is this in town?
This is in town. Yes, he's the enchanter. It would take a while for him to do any kind of enchanting that you might want.
Not bespoke pieces, things off the shelf. Just things. I got this off.
You're full of nice things, aren't you?
Well, we are champions of the Gauntlet of Cord in Ireland.
I mean, I'm familiar with the Gauntlet card. I just haven't seen it myself.
Oh yeah, we competed in the last one. It's finalist. Came this close. But yeah, it's a living, and you need good shit to fight. You know?
You're definitely gonna need that around here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's some crazy shit out there.
Oh.
Yeah, I try not to venture too far out, but yeah, if you want something that you can buy straight off the shelf, Stonehaven's probably going to be your best port of call. Maybe some bits in Deep Helm, but they're a bit more specific.
Well, that 5 gold for the helm certainly sounds good.
I will sort that out for you right away.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Can I get you a coffee or anything while you're...
Oh, no, I try not to have too much coffee in the morning. You know, you kind of have to wait a little bit anyway, just so your natural rhythm kind of kicks in, and then you take the coffee, and then that's when you kind of hit your real stride.
Quite well.
Cool.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I didn't catch your name, sorry.
Tralm.
Trollen. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Ulysses.
Ulysses.
Yes.
Pleasure.
I'll be back in a few hours.
No, that's all right. Just grab it whenever you want to.
Oh, sure. Cool.
Cool. So you all do your bits. You make your way back to the inn. Right.
Whoa. Sorry, Ryan. Did my gambit work?
I just sort of like looking at Roland waiting for reaction.
Excellent. I didn't pay a copper more than 300.
300 on the nose.
Perfect. I will reimburse you precisely. Huh?
Got monster.
Go on, so. PayPal.
So nice.
And then I will give you one piece of incense out of my bundle.
Yeah. Do you have any more?
No.
If you'd like, I can keep that in the bag of holding.
Yes, thank you. I'll keep a few bits and then you can. Ow. One fell on the floor, so I'll give you the one that fell.
I'll put the sulphur in a little pouch and I'll just.
Whoa, what's happened here? Oh, fixes one microphone. I shoved it on the bag of holding, and sorry, Roland, you may continue. I didn't mean to rudely interrupt you. Yeah,
go on.
I just had very important business to attend to.
Don't ever do that again.
Well, it might happen again. I can't say for certain, but
I'll
please.
split you up your spine if you do it
Whoa!
again.
I thought we were on the level, row.
When I spy his sword,
Mm.
tell me more about that. That sounds great.
I mean, essentially, it is just a. I don't know, like a. Sorry, I'm just thinking of the feet conversation again.
Wait, what?
When we were talking about feet versus inches, it just popped into my head again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's probably about that wide,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like. It doesn't even necessarily look that well crafted. It just looks like a long slab of metal. Like it's almost about 5 foot.
It's a buster sword.
Basically, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. And it's just got like what looks like a set of teeth that are just like dangling off of the end of the handle.
I'll...
But it is like, there's no grace to it.
No, it's pure brute force.
Yeah.
Brute force life. It's
It could almost like border on being bludgeoning as opposed to slashing.
yeah. If he flipped it.
Yeah. Bonk.
Oh, good.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Right. So we're off to the airship, yeah?
Yeah, unless you had anything else to
I
do.
need to pop back in a few hours to collect on my helmet. But
Yeah.
other than that, we're good.
Oh, well, yeah, follow me.
Lead the way.
Yeah. So he gets up, picks up his sword, pops it over his back, and begins to leave. And he brings you out towards the eastern side of the town, which actually goes in further into the land itself. But as you're kind of approaching this, you can just see this like almost like stretching, interconnected, woven, almost like tentacle-like structure of just blackened trees of the woods that are kind of like approaching the town itself. There is like a big kind of wooden wall that like keeps most things out, but of course there are certain things that can get over it. But they open the gates for you, you step outside, and there's just like a grey, depressing landscape ahead of you, like just this god-awful looking forest and like these stretching like mountain lines that kind of push out on your left and your right. Yeah, but there is a coating of snow, and there's a steady fall of snow at this point now.
We bought these for you.
Yours is.
Oh, you
yeah,
guys.
It's like a light grey fur along the top with like a purpley drapey quite royal.
This is quite nice.
Yeah, we asked for that bespoke for you.
That's really nice. Thank you. Considering I tried to kill you all last night, so it's really nice you thought of me. Thank you.
Of course.
It looks good on you.
Thank you. I think it does as well. I feel like it really.
The North remembers.
Bloody does, doesn't it?
Mm.
Right, well, we're not heading that way, it's this way. And it turns to the right and starts following along like the base of like where the mountain line starts to push up into more craggy and rocky terrain. There's about an hour's walk, so if there's anything in particular anybody wants to do, say, converse.
To the airship, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's nowhere really for
Yeah.
them to land within land.
No, that's fine.
I would like to cast Find Steed.
Do it.
Monty!
Oh.
He's
And just out of the ether, this spectral elk
There it is.
comes trotting into existence.
I'll hoist myself up, put a hand down to Sabine.
That's really kind of you.
Room for another.
It's been a while since you go ahead. I want
You
to
sure?
chat. Yeah, I want to ask Roland some questions.
I'd like to think at your extent of offering Sabine, Quinn and Owain just share like a. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I've run out
Yeah.
of questions.
Do I notice this? I probably noticed that. I rolled a 19. So, I'll just kind of look between the two of you. Are you familiar with rock, paper, scissors?
What does this entail?
Rock, paper, scissors. On the count of 3, you choose that one. Yes.
Yes.
Whoever wins can ride on back.
We used to play Stone Scroll Blade in the temples
Sure.
of Seldarin.
That is the more.
It's
That's the
important.
fantasy equivalent of rock, paper, not to get too meta with it.
You're gonna play rock paper scissors with somebody who can control time. So, and I'm gonna use all my shit to make sure I win.
Are you ready?
I'm gonna use my mage hand to play and put my hands in my pockets. Typical. But for the sake of the stream, we'll do it in person.
If you want, you can roll these for it.
No, we'll play.
Yeah, we'll play.
That's great content for the audio-only podcast.
Yeah.
Shake.
Wait. I need to make sure my
You're gonna
tricks
do it.
ensure
right
my
around in front of
victory.
here. Yes.
I
imagine this
cast
camera.
paper.
You're good, Si. That's
Actually, no, none of this stuff is gonna work. So,
Are they getting in my camera?
there you
yeah, I'm gonna block your face off.
That sounds like a threat.
That was really
Well, you're fucking dead, man.
vicious.
I'll put it right on.
Yeah, I'm really digging that hole today, huh? Actually, no, I can't do anything really because it's not an attack. He's coming at me with scissors. It's an attack. That counts.
It's an attack of your coolness if you lose.
Alright, let's just play.
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
Best of 3?
I mean, I feel like you went a little bit early.
Oh, we can
I
go
did.
back.
What was
Yeah,
the
I
result?
thought we were
What was
going
the,
on
for the
Are we
audio
going on
listeners,
3?
what was the
What was
result?
that? 3 shoot.
On 4, yeah.
So
Yeah.
1, 2,
1,
3
2.
shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
1, 2, 3. He played me. Best of 3, as I already offered you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owain just wants to drag this out.
1, 2, 3. Comes down to this.
Oh god. Right,
A
what's
time
the,
of
can you-
peace,
for
a game of
for the
peace.
podcast, where you at?
It's a game of peace.
One apiece.
One of
Hang
his.
on.
This is the
It all comes down to this, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're
Right.
here.
This is the big one. Maybe I should cast Forbidden
The crowd are going wild. It's...
This is what you came here for.
I'm gonna cast Bane.
old person. Oh, you forfeit?
Oh,
There we go. Battle music and everything.
I'm trying. Nothing can help me here, and I'm fucking frustrated about it. Let's just go.
Okay.
Right.
1, 2, 3. He's got it in the bag.
Victorious.
So yeah, I'll extend my hand out to Quinn.
Thank you very much.
Placed them up onto.
It's taking it out of me.
And then, like, the school kid that gets to ride up the front, I'm just looking over my shoulder down at you, like...
Well, if you want, you can be facing backwards, just with a book open.
Yeah.
It's a big animal. Like,
Yes.
that is like,
You could almost fit 3 up here, Ulysses.
Yeah.
Almost.
almost. Wouldn't be especially comfortable.
Nah.
As he said, why he just like trips and falls in mud.
Mud everywhere.
Oh, the floor seems quite slippery, oh wait.
Be careful.
Watch out, your foot. Oh, you already fell over. In that time, thank you, Ulysses. With the reagents you acquired, we can investigate some items. I will give you the choice. Do we wish to learn more about the orb in the bag that could potentially hold some great evil? Or do you wish to learn more about Phalanx and the Scions of Light and things we can't possibly begin to control?
That one.
Probably that one.
Let's not be so hasty. Because you say great evil, that it could also be great power, which could then help us defeat said evil that we're already aware of. And there's a means of learning about Phalanx in libraries and such.
I'll only wish to do this once, so I'll put it out.
What is the cost to you?
250 gold.
So the incense and the ivory.
Yes. The ivory stays, but the incense goes, and that's a lot of incense.
Well,
We
if
could be
we,
very
We cleared them out.
if we're heading to Stonehaven or another large city at some stage, we can
restock. Okay.
So
Like the party's choice to make that cost. However, for the time being, we can do it once.
I feel as though that's fair.
Choose your poison.
selfishly, my vote's on the orb, but it's just because I found it underwater and I think it's interesting.
I would also like to vote for the orb.
I think the more utilitarian option would be our immediate adversary.
Well, can you find out exactly just like what they are, what they're about, or like their weaknesses? Like, what's the...
Not quite weaknesses, just information, myths, legends, history.
Accurate?
Yeah, yes, it's all accurate. It might be somewhat manipulated by the passage of time. We might have to untangle some
Threads.
rhetoric, yes,
Yeah.
some emotive language, but it should be accurate.
I'm gonna go with Phalanx and Phalanx. That's my vote. I think it could be useful to know.
Fate will decide.
As much as I'd love to agree with you, Sabine, what we could learn of Phalanx and Phalanx, to Ulysses' point, could be sought out in libraries, asking around,
Okay.
maybe a temple or two may know things that we cannot learn in books. So perhaps at this time, the orb would be.
I think actually out of the two choices, the orb is less likely to have written history, so perhaps
Yeah.
on second thoughts,
No, it's fair.
that's probably the safer choice to get mystical aid on the matter.
Go for it.
Pass me the orb and 250 gold's worth of incense. We're gonna look like a procession.
Monty's just like hobbling on one back leg because it's fucking incense.
Well, I'll tie the incense off so it's a big
Yeah, one big.
bundle.
Yeah.
Like Pinocchio. With like,
And then for 10 minutes of the journey, I'll cast Legend Lore while holding the orb and the incense in the other hand. Cool. On the back of Monty.
I will wrap the orb in a small bit of cloth, so he's not holding the orb directly.
Like the Palantir?
Yeah.
Cool. I mean,
Partially because I'm quite precious of it and I don't want it to dirty it.
yeah. I mean, as soon as you pull it out of the bag of holding, you again feel a pull to the ocean. Like it's not even necessarily like you have to be there, but there's just like your attention is immediately diverted to it. But you cast Legend Lore.
Do you wish me to read anything out? Or are you
Yes,
happy?
please.
Name or describe a person, place, or object. I'll describe the object in my hands. It brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore, DM, about the thing you named. It might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or secret lore that has never been widely known. If it isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. It seemed pretty legendary to me. The more information you have, the more precise and detailed the information you receive is. I have cast Identify on it. The information you learn is accurate, but might be couched in figurative language. So it might be some rhyme or some like
Fuck that.
spooky. Don't cast this at the 12th night of the forbidden moon or some nonsense like that. Woe to the evildoer whose hand touches the axe. Blah 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 blah. So.
Right, so you, as you cast this spell and the incense is burning and like it's like a hazy like
Jimi Hendrix starts playing.
Yeah.
On the back of this song.
but your eyes
Monty's all glazed over.
your eyes roll back white and you start to almost Doctor Strange like start twitching as all of this information starts to bombard your mind, and you see an incredibly long serpent with various amber eyes dotted around its body, and at first you're quite close and you just see it like swooping in and out of your vision, and eventually you kind of pull all the way back and you can see that it expands like a mile long. And then you pull back even further, you pull out from this dark, inky setting to just being out in the middle of the ocean. You pull out even further, and then as you pull out, you start to get like this aerial view of a spherical object, but then the spherical object is the crystal that you have.
Right.
And beside that are two more that appear, and you pull back from that and you see that there are various temples that these things are located in, and you see this, or you hear this creature's voice enter your mind once more saying, "Release help." And you pull back into the world, and you get this overwhelming feeling of not necessarily evil, but like a great, like almost like a force of nature.
Okay. That's a set of 3, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. How curious.
You want to say?
Oh, I do. It's a set of 3. Did they look the same, colour-wise?
They all looked exactly the same.
Okay.
And you also know this, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the creature's name is Ukatoa. The Leviathan Lord.
Oh, I was going to say a Leviathan. Yes. Yeah. This appears to be one of a set of 3 orbs that are in some way containing, imprisoning a vast Leviathan known as Ukatoa. Which seemed, well, neither benign nor malevolent, just a creature, a thing, a force, very much possibly to be used for as an implement.
I mean,
I'm much less scared of it now, if that puts you at mind at ease.
Because it's imprisoned, it's secure.
And not an evil demon that wants to take our souls for all eternity.
Huge Leviathan.
Did you get anything else?
Yeah, do I think this one is there 3 Leviathans, or is all 3... Do I need all 3 to release the Leviathan?
All 3 to release it.
Ah, that's what I thought, yeah. We'll need to find 2 more. This is but one piece. The Trinity is required to release the lock that's contained. It actually asked for our help.
I mean, if it's locked up, should it be...
spoke to you?
Yes. It did originally, but I was scared, so we put it away. But it didn't ask for help, it just asked to be released. And much like many things that get imprisoned, like Sabine did last night, they wish to be released and cause havoc. However, this explicitly asked for help. I'm not out against seeking out the others.
I mean,
Well,
if...
it's you know, it's one for the list. It's on
If it's
there.
locked up, I don't know if it should be released, but...
Well, I'm sure we may be able to learn more about who locked it up. We now know more. We know its name, which is a start.
More research required.
I feel like a day ago I might have been up for releasing it, but I strangely don't feel as comfortable with that. I just don't think it makes sense. If it's locked away, it must be for a reason. If these incredibly powerful objects are there to release it.
But in the same way that good tries to seal away evil, and we know that doesn't work all the time, evil can always attempt to seal away their opposition.
True.
In fact, they've achieved that in a sense with Ulrich, so
We need to know more.
we need to know more. I'm concerned that the other two will also be underwater, which is great, because I want to go back.
And I'll put my mariner's plate and be like, well, you know, we're ready.
The ocean is wonderful and vast, so we'll spend many moons out there trying to find the other two.
Perhaps we can get the...
Many.
Oh no! What have I done?
You gave him an audio erection.
Zorando?
Yeah, yeah.
Zorando? That was his name?
The captain.
Yeah, perhaps we can enlist Zorando to help us. But again, this is a one for the list of things that require
We'll
action.
add it to the list. You may return to the bag. Or not, I don't care anymore. We'll just leave it.
Throw it as a boat. Yeah.
Just leave it to the side of the road.
Yeah.
Out the car window.
Okay, bye-bye.
Smash!
Just completely levels everything.
Astro just wiped out in one. That was me done for the journey.
Just wanted to ask Roland, so why did Madame Ganza want to leave? Are you...
I just saw the incense.
Yeah, it's quite. It gets in your
A lot
nose.
of it.
Yeah,
Wow. Oh.
it's a lot.
Oof. Right, sorry, what?
Why did she have to leave Luxem?
Oh, well.
Madame Ganza, why did she leave Luxem? Why did you leave Luxem? Like, how bad is it?
Well, Reinhardt was starting to get a little bit crazed, shall we say. He's usurped the king,
Oh shit!
and it's now a military state in Luxem, and they started to root out anybody that was tied to you lot, as you are all enemy number one of Luxem.
Kind of our fault then that she had to leave.
I mean...
Does she see it like that?
She never sees anything like that. But, Mouse, but yeah, he's just gone on a real rampage with that mace of his, and
Oh, that's another one of those things.
yeah, I mean, they're set to win this war. I don't see Terrasol coming back from it, but they're still trying. There's still some people that are trying to resist, but it was getting a little bit too dicey for us, especially given how well connected she was anyway. So yeah.
Shit. It's pretty fucked. I mean, you say usurped the king. Is the king like dead or just like
Oh yeah.
Oh, like fully killed?
He like caved his head in.
Fuck.
It was like a big public thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's pretty wild.
he sounds like a pretty bad guy then.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know he's a bad guy.
He's a real bad guy.
Sounds like
to
he's
be
got even
honest.
worse.
Yeah, he's certainly gotten a lot bolder.
Does the madam want to try and get back at him, or try and get back to Luxem, or is that not really?
I don't think she wants anything to do with Luxem anymore. You kind of get to a certain point where you're like, I need to wash my hands of this.
Yeah, that's fair.
And to be honest, I can't imagine him being happy with just Terrasol.
Oh, like he's just gonna keep going.
Maybe he's got something about him these days.
I wonder if he's like anyway connected with our friend who took Ulrich. If there's some kind of connection between his new and kind of bloodlust, empirical, tyrannical dictatorship, and a evil that wants to rid the world of all living things.
Did we have the mace in our possession at some point?
We did.
Yeah.
Did Ulrich have
Ulrich
it?
used it.
And did
Lost
he-
it in Luxem.
Did he exhibit similar?
That's why he got in a fight with the guards in the first place. 'Cause
Right,
it was
yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
sort him out.
Yeah, I believe the mace is exaggerating his warlike tendencies.
Maybe we need to take it from him.
Pop that on the list.
Pop that on the list. Like, get that fucking list up. Fuck. Well,
Yeah.
we'll speak to the madam and see what she says, but I just feel like it's a pin that was pulled and let loose, and I know that we were scapegoats. We weren't the real reason it all kicked off, but we certainly were made to look like it was us.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of had like a pinky in it, I would say.
We were like the needle that broke the haystack.
Needles do that all the time.
Yeah, all the
Break
time.
haystacks left, right, and centre.
That's a saying where I'm from.
Yeah.
Just like being moonshavian.
Moon shaving.
Yeah.
It's a thing apparently.
Yes.
Did somebody ask for me?
Yeah.
You're so far back, Owain. I can't.
he's updating the list. But it just looks like he's writing sailing.
That was where Frederick was from, wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 Right. Well, unless there's anything else, you eventually come round into almost like a quarry that leads into the mountain range itself.
North or south are we going? Left or right?
You have been going south, and now you're cutting in west into the mountain range itself. And there's like a little bit of like a gulch where you see a sky ship, actually a similar sky ship, which you had all seen maybe 4 or 5 days ago when you were sailing. Yes. A little bit brighter, and there's a lot more detail on this. There's a lot of fine kind of craftsmanship to the ship itself. You can see that there is a nameplate on the side that says The Reckoning. And it's nice, but it does seem to have these like almost 4 undulating crystal-like objects at various points on the ship on the outside. But otherwise, it looks very much similar to what a regular ship looks like, but just with some more fins out onto the side. Yeah, that's it. You,
How do we get up?
you have to climb a ladder.
Oh, he won't do that.
No, I don't.
Watch this.
Don't mind me.
Go on, watch this. He does this a lot.
I'm not actually going to teleport this time. I'm just going to fly instead.
Capability at the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking proper superhero.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the climb.
Once again, he could have taken one of us with him, or like.
I think
Such a dick.
thinking for the many is not one of Quinn's strong assets.
An expectation of charity is a mistake when it comes to crime.
Takes like maybe a couple of minutes to climb up. It's really not that bad, but you get up, and there does seem to be like a crew, not that many people, and to be honest, like they don't necessarily look like the most well-travelled people, but there's enough of them to like keep the ship running.
Don't be alarmed.
Oh yeah.
I'm friendly.
Most of them are kind of.
Do not be afraid.
You're being rescued.
They're like sat smoking a pipe, like.
Can I offer you some incense at that pipe?
No, we've got what we need.
Like Doctor Strange land down on the deck.
But Roland climbs up and over and is like, "Alright, well, I should be downstairs, so follow me, I guess." And he leads you towards the fucking goddamn it,
insides.
the back. Yeah, sure, the insides of the ship. And there is like this. You go through some like regular kind of like cabin areas and stuff, but then there's a set of like heavy set kind of like dark walnut double doors that, as you push open, it leads into this very opulent looking main like bed chambers. There's like a big circular bed off to the right hand side, like a very like almost like ruby encrusted what's the like screen just for someone to get changed behind. And then sitting in a fairly similar throne to what she used to sit in is Madame Ganza, still sat there, exaggeratedly, like almost like peculiarly long body, but just long flowing blonde hair, like stunning looks, almost like kind of like elvish, but not quite. It's just chef's kiss.
Breathtaking.
Was it Gwendolyn and Dark Souls? The big.
Yeah. Very, very those vibes.
Yeah.
Hi. Long time no see.
Oh, hello. It's so nice to see you.
Sorry, for starters, about Luxem going a bit to shit.
That's absolutely fine. You know, it's just one of those things. It's a shame, but maybe one day we'll get to go back there.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could talk more about that later. But these are my friends I have met on the road. We've changed a few people out. Well, not always by choice.
Yes.
Ulrich's gone. Frederick. Well, you probably heard all about Frederick.
I
saw
him. Yes. And Roland did inform me. It saddens me deeply that Ulrich's no longer here. Hopefully he's somewhere better, I guess.
He's dead. So
there's always many doors and pathways after death for a lot of people, so maybe he's met something better.
Maybe.
So these are my really good friends, incredible fighters and holy men. I'll let you introduce yourselves. I don't want to take the...
My name's... that's me.
Oh, there's no need to be shy around me.
does she look like Sandy? Yeah, I'm getting yes.
I guess
I've done my own research.
You're not selling yourself. Tell her about what you do.
You made those two vampires run into the cupboard.
That's right. I'm a conduit of justice against aberrations for the deity Sayani, and in the highest of compliments, it seems that her beauty in the heavens is matched by yours in the material realm.
Oh,
you're not her. No.
Oh,
no.
Okay. So that's Owain.
Is he always like this?
No. He's very, very charismatic.
Usually.
He's
got this thing called the Riz.
He looks down. It's just like.
Roland, could you bring him over? And Roland kind of like
He's like shaking.
puts a hand on your shoulder. And just like, don't put hands on her. And brings you forward to like the first couple of steps that lead up to her chair.
He
And, like,
kneels.
and she just like kind of slowly like caresses your cheek and says, "Oh, you're just so sweet. I'm sure Sainin would be blessed to have you by her side." And she kind of like leans back and just like, come on now, blow it.
Shuffles away. Trips like slips down the step. It's just like takes a seat and it's just like gets the book out and it's just like,
Oh no.
It's just, I don't even want to know what's in there.
I'm a normal human.
My name is Ulysses Armstrong. I'm also in service of one of the Pantheon, but not quite to that degree.
I would imagine that there seldom are people that
Very
are
few.
to that level.
He is a fascinating young man. I've heard many great things about him, man.
Thank you.
Pleasure's all mine. The history of my companions. I'm not entirely sure whether Quinn was there throughout the whole event. But is there anything that can be done to remedy it, to make your home safer?
Well, I suppose Reinhardt's head on the stick would probably make things better.
I'm here for it. Like, I'm so down for that.
Oh, maybe one day.
Let's make it happen.
I mean, you sure can. But for me, I've had enough of wheeling and dealing. I think I'm more settled to return to my roots.
Where would they be?
Which,
You don't mind my asking.
Here.
In the air?
No, on this continent.
Oh,
you're-
of course.
I'm not from Estros, no. I travelled there a long time ago with this one. And yeah, we just made our way.
Won't you miss your old way of, working and...
I mean, it was a lot of fun, and it's where I really felt like me, but everything comes to an end, I suppose.
Do you still operate that business?
Not really, no.
Got contacts, I imagine.
There are still some people that I'm familiar with that are trying their best. I believe you've met him once or twice. Screech.
Oh, yeah.
He still runs errands and tries to get things to people that need them. Edwin as well.
Sorry, there's less air because we're high up. It's thin up.
No, it's fine.
Yes, we're not that high up, really.
He often
I just still trying to take off.
he often has that kind of reaction whenever you're brought up. So
Is this
cute
a
together.
friend of yours?
I have many friends.
You have some.
Riz.
Yeah, it is. That's it.
You have some.
Edwin probably is the biggest Riz.
King,
He is.
yeah,
He is.
King Rizza. All those people, are they still in Luxem? So Screech, so Edwin.
I mean, a lot of people kind of scattered for the most part. Some people defected. I know that you briefly met him, Inquisitor Solas.
Oh yeah.
I guess he just couldn't agree with the way that Reinhardt was going about things, but everybody's trying to find their own path in this time of crisis, I guess.
Screech part of some rebellion, would you say?
I don't think Screech will ever be a part of anybody's rebellion. He'll always do what
Number one.
gets him by.
Yeah.
Wise.
But what are you doing here?
Well, we came here for Ulrich. His people are under the
boot.
The boot, yeah. They're pretty much in slavery
The Crimson Legion.
with the Crimson Legion, and we were coming here to free them. Because Ulrich wanted to do it, and now he's gone, and we don't really know how to continue that on. Whether we continue it on. We've also got some other really big shit going on.
Some kind of the end of all things type shit.
Yeah, like Thalanus. I don't know if you've heard about that
Perhaps
before.
we should stop.
Show them the key as well.
Yeah, okay. I've got the keys, the Zion of Light.
Wow, that's wow.
Yeah.
My. Wow.
I didn't know anything about it until earlier today, and now look at me go.
Well, I mean, we could always help with Ulrich's people if you knew information about it.
A significant, thing off of our plate.
I mean,
if you are capable and willing to help.
I always felt kind of connected to Ulrich, I suppose.
Really?
Of all people.
But him!
Let's just say that there's a kind of kinship between him and I.
Huh.
Ronan kind of it seems to like tenses up a little bit. It's like Ganza. Yeah, maybe we don't have to get into this.
Is
The king of the Riz all along. It was too dangerous to live. That's why he had to be put down.
I won't pretend I understand, but that's wow.
Oh, shit.
Stranger things have happened. Barely, just barely.
There's some stranger things.
I mean, I suppose in these sorts of times it pays to be honest with people, right?
Yeah.
We were just very honest with you.
Yeah, that's my new thing.
That is
Apparently.
true, I suppose.
Radical honesty.
Yep.
Well, and she starts to get up, which is weird because in the time that you've known her, she's never stood up. She's just always either been there or not been there. And she kind of stands up about 8 foot tall.
Step on them. Nah, he couldn't flies to match her eyeline.
And as she kind of stands up, there is almost like a slight shimmer that you, being a practitioner of magic, kind of notice. And she starts to her form starts to ripple, and it slowly starts to dissipate, and beneath it you see a full-blooded male orc just stood there, quite built.
But you feel like a fucking idiot.
Just a chill.
Glass shattered. Final Fantasy X battle intro.
Completely shaved, no hair on the head either. Fairly slender features for an orc, but and very well dressed. Just very well kept.
Am I embarrassed? No, it couldn't be the real thing.
Shit, look at you!
Yeah, I'm Ganza. That's my true self.
If I may ask, why the deception?
this, how I look here, this isn't how I was meant to look. So,
Okay.
Nice.
Less deception and more realization.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so when we left and made our way to Estrus, that was my time to be myself. But seeing
Fair
Ulrich,
play.
you know, you always remember where you come from. So
And you being from here suddenly makes a great deal more sense.
Yeah.
mm.
Also, they wouldn't have in Luxem. They were shitheads to people like yourself, so they
Yeah,
weren't to Ulrich. So
exactly.
best to avoid, but shame.
Are they your people as well then? That are enslaved? Is that safe to assume?
I don't think so. I mean, my people. Sorry, and she kind of like raises a hand and goes back to her true self and takes a seat
so
back down.
Is that way around? Okay.
Yeah.
And takes a seat and sorry, I just get a little bit uncomfortable. But yeah, I think my people were from further south. So unless these people are from there,
No.
I haven't heard anything like that happening down there. So
Morgrok.
yes, I am familiar with the place. Well, I mean, we still have some connections, and I'm sure Roland is always more than happy to split some people in half.
Yeah.
We actually might have a man on the inside as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes, an individual by the name of Durgob.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got a sending stone if you want to.
I guess now's as good a time as any to catch up with where they are.
Yeah.
He's an old friend of Ulrich's. They grew up together.
A vested interest in freeing his people, for sure.
of course. Well, I mean, like I say, if you have world-ending things to attend to, I would be more than happy to lend a small hand in helping with Ulrich's final wishes.
We'd also be keen to hitch a ride to Stonehaven. I think as a first port of call. Would that be?
Depends.
Where, so, out of character, where were the Crimson Legion and Gold and the other guy going?
Stonehaven.
They were going to Stonehaven, not
Yeah.
to Morgrok. Right, okay. So I guess actually, yeah, you're right then, Stonehaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it helps, I mean, you can have this,
How do you mean?
this.
And you'll travel with us though, yes?
I don't think we'd need to. We've got wealth.
How do? I mean, that's the Briz right there. I got money.
I mean, of course, you couldn't have it forever. I mean,
Yeah.
Alone, of course.
Yeah.
yeah,
Bring it back.
but again, if you've got things that you need to do, you probably use it better than I would.
Well, how about this? We travel together for a little while because I don't know in which order we're doing anything. Like we
If
still
we're,
need
if
to
we're
figure
heading
that
to
out.
Stonehaven, and that's where Ulrich's people are, if you're willing to spearhead that operation, you and Roland and your people, and we can see to other business within the city.
Sure. I mean, well, we'd still need to resupply for a few days, but I mean, sure. I can probably think of a couple of people that I could talk to in Stonehaven. But it sounds like fun.
Okay. I think we've got our next steps.
Fly to Stonehaven.
And then wherever it is we
Need to go next.
need to go. Exceptionally kind of you, Madam Ganser. It's
Well, what good is wealth if you can't do anything to help people?
very
How
true.
benevolent of you.
There is actually one other thing. My colleague has been desperate to acquire some particularly specific reagents for spellcraft in order to aid us in our mission, if you like. But we haven't the coin to make it so. I'm loath to ask for any more favours given your generosity already, but if you were able to help him, or in fact Owain, with acquiring such reagents, that would also be a massive boon.
Really.
Again, if I ask too much, I'm sorry for overstepping, and I merely see an opportunity to
Make a persuasion check for me.
14 persuasion is +8. That's 22.
22. Well, I suppose you are some of my favourite people to encounter, and you did try to help out as much as you could in Luxem. Roland, could you go to the treasury for me? And he's like,
okay, what am I coming back with?
A chest, I think, would do well. I was like, okay. And he leaves through the double doors and disappears for like a minute or so.
And I'll just be like, again, if we ask too much, please think nothing of it. It is merely, I mention it because we were fretting earlier of how we might come across these things, and if you have the means of helping us and you're willing to do so, I can only...
Let's just look at this as I'm helping to fund the eventual release of Luxem.
I love that. Yep.
A down payment on the head on the spear.
Yes.
As you said.
Exactly.
Fuck Reinhardt, right? Not literally, but like, fuck that guy. He's a prick.
He's a bad person. And Roland comes back in.
Whew. God, this stuff never gets heavier or lighter.
And he like drops it down onto the floor.
Right, that should see you fairly well sorted for a little bit, as long as you're sure.
He kind of looks up to Madame Gaz. I mean, it's probably only a fraction of what we have anyway, so you should be fine. Just I don't really have any bags or anything for you to carry it around in, so there you go. Yeah.
In repayment, do you need anything cleaned or identified? That will be my pleasure.
He just kind of looks at you and says, no, but maybe if you can, just send a message to Edwin. Just let him know how you're getting on. I'm sure he'd love to hear it from you.
I will do that in due course. Thank you.
Well, like I say, it'll be a few days before we've resupplied, got enough stuff. You're free to do whatever you want in the meantime, but just let us know when you want to head off.
Well, I'd like to go and get my god helmet.
Nice.
We'll fly to Stonehaven in a few days, and then once we're there, we'll part ways, and you can go stop some bad things from happening, I guess.
Yeah.
All the world ends, you know.
Yeah, all that. Like, whatever comes first, I guess.
You are so melodramatic, team. That's like Quinn optimism. Optiquism?
Ooh.
Optiquism?
Yeah.
Up to Quinnan.
There's not as 8 of them going on.
Quinnanism?
Quinnanism.
That sounds like his dream, his ultimate goal.
Octogenarian.
Quinnanuary.
Be fine.
Well, I'm feeling kind of tired, so
We'll leave you to rest.
May I ask you a question in private, very briefly? If once.
Yeah.
I mean, Roland, you can. But I just wanted to ask you something.
Let's go and count that money.
Sabine.
I won't be long.
We could probably spend it at Stonehaven, but
Yeah.
So you guys exit. If anyone, what's your strength?
What, just the base number?
Yeah.
16.
16,
21.
21.
8.
Twice.
You struggle to pick this up. You find it a little bit easier to do so.
I sling it in the bag.
Well, I think if we're probably not going to spend it imminently.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see what's in their chest first.
Yeah. But just in terms of like
I'll
volume.
quietly ask Roland, how much is in there?
1,000 gold.
Perfect.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
No, that's alright. Just a big softy, I guess. I wouldn't fucking do it, but never
I
mind.
thought you were referring to yourself.
Oh god, no. You seem like nice people, so I'd probably kick you 5 gold.
That's very kind of you.
Add it to the pile. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, you said 5 gold.
Platinum.
Put it in the chest.
Yeah.
1,005.
Like that.
Yeah.
So if it's okay, we'll leave this here for now, and we'll likely look for the things we need in Stonehaven.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's some various rooms that you can pop it in, lay claim to whatever you want, and I mean, don't mind the dipshits up there. All we could find on short notice.
We have some familiarity with ships. Maybe we can be of assistance.
Well, perhaps if you're in need of a decent crew, we know a very interesting crew.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, once we leave in Stonehaven, this will be yours, so...
Sky pirates.
No.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear the term pirate.
In the romantic sense.
Yeah,
like,
Right, okay.
But in the literary sense, you know, swashbuckling heroes.
yeah, treasure and...
Okay, well, you go have fun with that, kids, alright? Bloody hell. And, like, closes the doors and it's just you, Roland, and Madam Ganza.
My I won't keep you long. I know you said you were tired. Is my mother involved with Reinhardt? Is she helping him? Do you know if she is, or if she's doing anything like that? Because I don't really know why she didn't want to come with me and leave Luxem. She says it because it kept me safer, but I didn't buy it. And hearing this, that he's been publicly executed and that he's kind of going on a rampage, I just wonder if she's somewhat involved getting close to him to bring him down, or if she's just with him, helping him.
I mean, our parents do strange things if they think it will help their children. Not necessarily smart things, but people are seldom smart when they love other people. All I know is that an attempt was made on Reinhardt's life, and ever since then, nobody's seen or heard from your mother since.
Okay.
So,
So that makes me want even more so to kill him. Understandably, I believe you can see why.
of course.
In this time whilst we're still with you, is it possible to find any connections you might still have in Luxem that might be anti-Reinhardt, resisting him, that we could maybe work with to bring him down, make a plan?
I could try and reach out to Jumon. He's still about, trying to do the good fight, I suppose. I'll see what I can do.
I really appreciate that.
It's absolutely fine. For someone as beautiful as you, why wouldn't I want to help them?
You are more beautiful than me in whatever form you take. You are fantastic. So it's very kind of you to say, but it's one to no one.
Got to stick together these days.
Lots of bad shit going on out there.
Too much. Well, I'm gonna have a nap.
You rest. You've earned it. Dealing with our shit. Thank you, Madam Ganza.
Anytime, Sabine. And you exit Madame Ganza's room, And that is where we will end tonight's episode. Hey, you've got money, you've got transportation, you've got missions, you've got all sorts of stuff.
We did missionary, and we did missionary, and
all right.
And we read the Bible.
Thank you so much for everybody that tuned in live. I hope that you enjoyed yourselves as much as we enjoyed ourselves. As always, feel free to check out the various platforms of where you can listen to podcasts if you wish to listen to this again, or if you wish to listen to it for the first time. We'll catch up on the back catalogue. Also head on over to our YouTube channel where you can see more video elements on there. Don't forget to hit us up on the TikTok, the Twitter, the Insta, insert other. I think that's all of them.
Dad's Pod.
Dad's Pod.
That's
Wobble cast.
Of course, also check out our sister podcast ran by Danilo, Thinking Critically, available on all of those different platforms, primarily Spotify.
Every single one, huh?
Primarily Spotify.
Well, it's on all of them. It's just Spotify's got the videos.
There you go. Spotify's got the videos.
If you want to see that handsome mug, talking about all the cool stuff.
And also, of course, still check out Game Tea. Wonderful people. They do make great stuff. And yeah, we will we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time for a new episode, and then next week will be a rerun of this one. So
Live rerun.
A live rerun. So yeah.
Still again, word for word.
No mistakes.
Thank you for joining us, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.